maybe all at the same time, everything's going to be starting here. Welcome, everybody. Friday night, Friday sesh, and Friday giveaway. That's right, it's Friday night. We've got some prizes to give away. We've got some authentic, incredible conversation to get to, micro topics. And yeah, very exciting, very pumped. Very pumped for today's Friday get together. Friday, highly motivated. So we're all here. This is going to take me a moment to kind of. It's so bright, isn't it? I wonder if I could turn that down a little bit, if that makes life, if it makes things any easier. So there we go. Let's get this over there. Does that help? No, not at all. I'm like, does it help? Not at all. So tonight we are broadcasting live, of course, always 3 nights a week, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I just ran in here. I just ran into this room totally unprepared. So this evening is an absolutely unprepared evening with Oregonji. But we have giveaways, and I have some cool shit to give away to you tonight. Now, by the way, to be qualified for a giveaway, I must clarify that to be qualified, all you got to do is say hi or leave a comment where I can see it, and I write down your name on my special system of doing things. It's very simple. It's very simple. And then, like an hour and a half into the show, we will be picking the winner. So let me just make sure I got my pages ready. Okay. So great. Big topics tonight. Big micro topics. Now, I say that because the topics this evening is Friday night. I mean, they could get quite serious. I'm taking the events of the world around us right now. I'm taking the events of everything combined worldwide, and I put them together in this podcast. I talk about free energy. I talk about frequency healing devices. I talk about a lot of different things: aliens, AI, the future, dream state, whatever interests me throughout the week. And throughout the week, I have many questions. So I bring them here to Highly Motivated. Yes, we talk about cannabis. Of course, cannabis. Cannabis is such an important topic that we just can't cover it all in one show. So we have to spread it out amongst many shows. But again, my interest in things wanders, and I bring that to the show. So if I'm thinking about things besides cannabis, I'm going to talk about it right here on the show. So again, welcome everybody. It's a Friday night. There's a lot of things to get to, a lot of micro topics that we'd like to chit chat about. Also, I've been really pumping up Goldflower and their $80 mix and match ounce. And tonight, I want to show 4 of the strains that I picked up this evening. I picked up 4 of them on the way home. Beautiful brand new strains. Look, I didn't even have time to get a drink. I quickly ran and grabbed this. I got a little bit of ice. I was very lucky. Oh, there's a lot of beeping going on around us. Okay. So tonight is an unprepared look at Oren. This is me on the show, just kind of getting here, just kind of figuring things out. And that's okay. That's Friday night. That's how we get together this evening. I don't even have a joint to smoke. What is going on? Listen, I know. I haven't even cleaned out my Puffco proxy from the last show. Look how dirty that is. Look at that. Oh, actually, that's not so dirty. I could probably get another hit out of that. I tell you what, let me heat that up. So when you set it on low with the Puffco proxy and you're using concentrates and whatnot, you can probably get another session out of it. Tell you what, I need to double check and see everything's working. Happening now, oh, good, it's working. I'm like, I need to make sure everything's working. Oh, look. Okay, good. Yeah, everything looks like it's working. Fantastic. Excellente. So a lot of things to talk about. I don't want to just jump into it. My brain's not quite working yet. I need to get a little cannabis into the neural receptors. Oh, I can't wait to show you the giveaways tonight. Now, you should all know the big giveaway that I have this evening is my very first piece of swag. The very first piece of swag right here. It's the Oregonji trucker black on black hat. So it's black on black. It's a fitted organji. And look at that logo. Isn't that awesome? Look at that logo. So that right there is my logo for organji, and it's been embroidered onto the hat. So tonight we're giving that away. But then I was like, the hat's not enough. I want to give away more than just the hat. So I found the smallest pipe ever. I was at a smoke shop today and I was leaving. And as I was leaving, I was like, out of the corner of my eye, I saw this just kind of on the counter. I'm like, what is that? What is that? And the lady's like, it's the smallest pipe. I'm like, I'll take it. I will take it. I want the smallest pipe. So it's a one hitter. There you go. This is a one hitter. We're going to be giving this away tonight. Look at that. Comes apart so you can clean it easily. Boom. Look at that. Smallest pipe I've ever found. This is it. This is, well, maybe it's the smallest Sherlock I have ever found. So the smallest Sherlock pipe, we're going to give that away tonight. And we're going to give away the hat. So we're giving away the organji embroidered swag. First piece of swag ever. So you're getting a hat nobody else will have. You, not even me. Not even me. I'm giving this away so you can have it. And let me see, we've got Dummy Archbishop. Oh, wow. Okay. Tired of streaming to zero. Let's change that. Only at Nesna.com at you. There's a lot there. I'm not going to remember any of that shit. And that's obviously a bot, but just the same, welcome on Kick. Schwatsy Pants. Schwatsy Pants. Everybody welcome Schwatsy Pants to Highly Motivated. That felt good. A good Highly Motivated. I was tired. I just got home. Listen, 8 o'clock. I would say 7:58. I just came running in here. 7:58. Totally unprepared, but sort of prepared. Only kind of prepared. Let me see. 2 grams of Cocoa Puffs with half gram of Air Boo Boo Wax and Boo Boo Wax. It's some boo boo. That's some boof. It's some boof boo boo. Or is it just boo boo? It's just boo boo. Hey boo boo. Hey boo boo. Let me see. Got a ½ ounce to get from Goldflower tomorrow. I got to show you what I picked up tonight. On the way home, I stopped in Tampa. I was in Tampa all day today. Tampa was such a busy place. Thanks, God. You're welcome. Absolutely welcome. So I just came running in here. But I came from Tampa. So I was in Tampa all day. Very busy day. Lots of stops, lots of places. But what I picked up was I picked up four eights. So I got some So Fresh. I got some Heisman 34. I got some Ideal, all incredible brands from Goldflower Cannabis. And right now, Goldflower is running so many deals, so many specials. I ended up getting like 40% off everything, plus like 10%. It was crazy. And what did we get? Wait, I got to use my liner. Tomorrow, I've got to get glasses. That's it. I got to remind myself. Tomorrow, glasses. Because I am blind. I am totally blind. I can't see shit. And I got to get an oil change. Shit, I keep forgetting about that. All right, so, see, this show is not just to talk about shit. This show is also for me to remind me about shit. Okay. Oh, Schwatsy Pants. Look at this. I got to show you. Schwatsy Pants, you ready? We're giving this away tonight. It is the smallest one-hitter pipe. So it's not like a one-hitter. It's a pipe. You see that? And it comes apart for easy cleaning. You know, you could even twist the mouthpiece so it is more convenient. You know, instead of having to be like that, you could do kind of like this. Anyways, really cool. Smallest pipe ever. And we're giving away the Organji hat. So the Organji embroidered, one of a kind. This is one of one. This one day might be worth absolutely nothing. But you will have it. You will have it. So Schwatsy Pants is in the running tonight. So already, Schwatsy Pants. Now, by the way, you don't have to be present. But if you're not here, you're not going to hear that you win. So we're going to do the drawing for the hat in like an hour and a half or so. So Schwartzy Pants, you're right in the middle with the biggest circle. So we're going to, let me see. It says Schwartzy Pants. Boom. There you go. You are in the running. Remember, all you got to do is say hi. I see that. And if you win, you're going to have to direct message me. I get that direct message, and I will send you the hat, and I will send you the itsy bitsy bowl. I think this is the coolest damn thing. I love this little fucking bowl. I saw it out of the corner of my eye today. I was coming out of a smoke shop, and I saw it. It was like right there. It was like right there. I was like, oh, what is that? And I asked them, like, what the hell is that? They're like, it's a tiny bowl. I'm like, I want it. It's the only tiny bowl you got? I want it. So, tiny bowl. Okay. So, it's a tiny bowl and a beautiful one-of-one organji embroidered hat. Magical fucking hat. Magical. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to everybody. Highly motivated. Normally, I don't drink Coke, like Coca-Cola. I don't like Coca-Cola necessarily. I don't like Pepsi at all, but I don't like Coca-Cola. But sometimes you feel like you need it. Like, and this one, it was sparkly, it was nice, it was lemon, it was lime, very delicious. Now, if I drank a second one, I wouldn't enjoy it as much. That's the crazy part. So tonight, lots to talk about, some really wild micro topics to get into. Oh, I do like the Dr. Pepper though. Everything Dr. Pepper I've really enjoyed. The new cherry Dr. Pepper, even though it's not necessarily new, they used to have cherry Dr. Pepper back in the day, but the cherry Dr. Pepper, the blackberry Dr. Pepper, the damn cream soda Dr. Pepper, the regular Dr. Pepper, they're all good. They are all good, except for the sugar-free Dr. Pepper. That's just gross. That's like the grossest pepper I've ever had, but okay, not to get into the gross peppers. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. This is the, one of the shirts I picked up. I like shirts like they just speak to me. If it speaks to me, I like it. Okay. Let me see. Taste chaser pipe. A taste chaser. Is that what that is? Because that is the cutest damn pipe. I do like the pepper though. I like the pepper. It's all about the damn pepper. If they made a beer that tasted like Dr. Pepper, I would probably drink it. If they made a beer, I mean, I like sweet things. And to me, beer has like that opposite effect, not necessarily sweet. Okay, so I was going to tell you really quickly what I got today. I got 4/8 of great stuff at Goldflower. I like sativa leaning things. And I didn't even roll a joint tonight. That's how much I was rushing. Look, I ran right in here. I'm like, yo. Okay, so what did I get? What did I get? I got emerald apricot. So this I'm pretty excited. It's emerald apricot crossed with like banana, double banana. I think double banana, double banana, banana something. So emerald apricot, one of my favorite strains, absolutely a sativa mixed with something else. But this one is very high in terpinolene, which is emerald apricot. Okay. And emerald apricot actually comes from the Durban poison strains. So emerald apricot is an offshoot of Durban poison. So we got that. I know we also got a Black Betty. Let me see. I can't read. What is this? Funk Stepper. Ooh, it's got some big chunky nugs in there. We're going to have to open this up and look at it. So we've got Emerald Apricot. We have Funk Stepper. All of these brands, again, are from Goldflower Cannabis. If you're in Florida and you have a medical card and you have not yet been to Goldflower, you're punishing yourself. You're punishing yourself. It's about time you get to Goldflower and have really good bud. Okay, what else would you get? Black Betty right here. So that's So Fresh. So Fresh has been on fire. They've dialed it in. They've got it rocking and rolling. Okay, so we got the Black Betty, and then what's the last one that I picked up? Betty Hayes. So Betty Hayes, a sativa. Black Betty, a sativa. Gavin, welcome. I didn't even see him just now. Welcome, Gavin, to Highly Motivated. Welcome to the show. I hear Drunk Driver is a good one. I did have Drunk Driver. It knocked me on my ass. Drunk Driver absolutely knocked me on my ass. It really did. So we should probably start with the chunkiest of nugs. This one right here feels the chunkiest. What is this? This is Funk Stepper. Funk Stepper. Heisman 34. That's the Ricky Williams brand. Ricky Williams, one of the many incredible brands at Goldflower. Really is. Yeah, but no, Drunk Driver was amazing. What a great strain. And I think they just ended up calling it DD because, you know, the implications of the original name of it are kind of rough. Okay, I need to roll a joint. So let's do this together. Let's check out Funk Stepper. I picked this one because of the name. Purely because of the name. This is why I picked it. And holy shit. Oh my God. Wow. True to its name. The second I open the package, I can already smell it here. I'm like, funky. It's got a cheese, but fresh. Like, this Sunday, are you going to be available, Gavin? Yeah, absolutely. Are you going to be ready to jump on? I'll send you the link before then. And ooh, look at these big nugs. What is going on here? Check it out. So this is Funk Stepper. Look, that's a big chunk of a nug. You see that over here? Look, that is huge. Look, comparison to my face, it's like, it's a chunky. Now, it could probably cure just a little bit longer. Remember, I'm always honest about what I'm smoking. And initially, I mean, it's funky, but until I crack it, I'm really not smelling it. So let's crack this nug. Let's see what's going on. Here we go. All right. Okay. It's got a good pop to it. Whoa. 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 This is like getting weed in my nose. This is funky. Okay, let's break this down first. This is funky. Again, sometimes you got to break open the nug to really smell that gorgeousness. And this Funk Stepper is exactly that. It breaks up easy. I'm sitting here breaking it down. It breaks down super quick, super easy. And that's good because I don't want to take a lot of time in breaking this shit down. I want to do this quick. Ooh, this is like funky. It's skunky and earthy, like an earthy, grassy funk. That's what I'm getting. Damn. I'm loving that. That's really good. See, that's when you know you want to smoke it. If your body is picking up on all those terpenes, on all those flavors and all those smells and all that aroma, if your body is picking up on that, that's telling you what you want to smoke. That's telling you, because it's your neural receptors. It's your endocannabinoid receptors that are smelling that. I broke up a lot. Like, how big of a joint am I rolling? Holy shit. Hold on. Oh, shit. I'm knocking everything out of the tray. Look, all the nugs. All the nugs are pretty good, chunky nugs. And that's a decently good looking bud. Not, again, you have to crack it. Once you crack it, it smells amazing. Amazing. Let me see what's going on here. Let me see if there's anything left in there. It's pretty dark. I don't think I'm going to get another session out of that. No, instead, I'm just going to heat that up and we're going to clean it really quickly with a Q-tip. That way I can do some more dabs or I can do more concentrates, not more dabs. Again, I'm not dabbing it. I'm not doing high heat. I'm doing very low heat to get terpenes and profiles and aromas because that's what sets your entourage effect. That's what sets your high, not the high THC. When you're getting that high THC just overwhelming your endocannabinoid system, overfilling a cup, it stays over full for quite some time because that's glue. THC is glue. It's glue that holds all the other cannabinoids together. THC is only glue. It helps with pain reduction. It helps with many different things. But again, THC is glue. And when it acts as glue and you do a dab, sure, you're high for a moment, but you have to do double that amount, triple that amount. You always have to do more you always have to do more. just to really try to get that same entourage effect. Now, I want to remind everybody something that I mentioned in the last show when we were making tea, and I got incredibly high because that RSO Plus was incredible. So a lot of people tell me, look, I have trouble getting high. And they ask, how do I get high again? I keep it easy for you. You make cannabis tea. You take the raw bud, you do a partial decarbox in the tea itself. You're making tea. That is resetting your stomach, which is resetting your neural receptors. Remember, everything starts in your stomach. Everything starts in your stomach. I can't roll a freehand joint. I need a dollar bill to make it beautiful. I can't do freehand. I really can't. I've tried many times and I just can't. So always being very careful not to lick the dollar because that's freaking gross. Don't lick the dollar. What I just did is I pulled it back and I licked the Arabica glue. Here we go. Just rolled a quickie joint with you guys right here. Boom, 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 boom. I saw scissors a second ago. Oh, there they are. I like scissors. It's clean. It's nice. There we go. Because what I do, I make what's called a candy wrapper. You see, I wrap it at both ends, kind of like a candy. And I do that and I give it a little shake to make sure that everything kind of sets. You give that little shake because you don't want runners. You know, you want a nice, even, good smoke with good solid hits. And that was the trick that I learned from somebody and they showed me and they're like, look, nobody wraps it like this. Nobody does candy wrappers. I'm like, oh. So I just cut the ends. See, I give myself a little bit of give so that I can open that up and smoky. So then I twist the end of it just a little bit and it opens it up for me to smoke. But it doesn't allow the cannabis to come out at me, you see? But it's slightly open for the airflow. And then the other side, I just kind of do the same. Okay. Let's get this lit up. I am using a pink Blazy Susan. Lazy Susan, actually, I quite enjoy the papers. They only make me cough a little bit sometimes, but I do really enjoy the papers. Okay. Again, this is the Funk Stepper from Goldflower under the Heisman 34. Big chunky nugs. You saw that? The nugs were big and chunky. The initial smell out of the package, funky. I'm drooling. But when I smelled the nugs up close, they were just earthy. But then when I cracked the nugs open, that was the smell I had as I opened up the container. Now let's see taste. Let's see how that translates. Or maybe all of those terpenes, because I think it's like 2 point something on the terpy worpies. Maybe all of those terps only apply really more to aroma and more to smell. So Gavin, 100% we're doing Sunday. Let me see. Got some notes. Some are about psychoacoustic enhancers, creativity, and the frontal lobe, and hypothermia with CB1 receptors. Well, that sounds interesting. So activating the orphan cannabinoid 1 receptors with hypothermia, or the hypothermia, because I don't know. That's gonna be great. You're gonna tell me all about it. So everybody, Sunday, we're gonna have Gavin on the show. Once again, Sunday, we're gonna have Gavin here on the show. Very excited. And again, this is the Funk Stepper Goldflower. It does taste earthy. I do get hints of pine and lime, but super light in the back, more earthiness, more just very flavors right now are very subtle. And this is about the size I like to roll my joints. I like to keep it simple. I don't like to go much bigger than this because this is a good hit. It's good and quick, and I won't get tired of smoking it necessarily. I mean, if I do, I put it down, and it's a nice quickie smoke later on. By the way, everybody, you can also find me on the InstaChacha O420X. Excellent. So we've rolled the first one out of the 4 that I've gotten tonight. This one right here, not bad. Funk Stepper. Funk Stepper. Under the Heisman 34, again, that's Ricky Williams. Now, if you go back in our history, you'll see, so we've done podcasts with Ricky Williams before, 2 of them now. So we've done, and I'm so proud of those. We've done podcasts with Randy Lanier. He's come on the show, and we had him live while we did the grand opening in 2 different locations now. Mm. Mm. Gavin, by the way, let me write your name down because you're in the drawing. Anybody watching the show that wants to be in the drawing, the giveaway tonight, we are giving away an itsy bitsy pipe. Look at the tiny pipe. Look at that. We're giving away the itsy bitsy tiny pipe. It's like a one hitter, but it's the smallest Sherlock I've ever seen. So we're giving this away. And we're also giving away a 1 of 1, first of its kind, Oregonji. All right. It's an Oregonji, my logo. So it's an Oregonji hat. Absolutely my logo. And check that out. Very cool. So you're going to be getting a 1 of 1. I don't even get this. This is a demo, a promo. And we're going to probably be getting very similar ones in, probably with a little bit larger logo. But it's a black on black trucker hat, 1 of 1. The only one of its kind. You're going to get that tonight. So again, put your name down here, people. All you got to do is in the comments say hi. If you say hi, I'll write down your name. And if you win, you have to send me a direct message with your address or an address that you want me to send this to, and you win. And I might include some other groovy shit in there. Who knows? All right, Gavin, you're in. Sergey, Giraffe, welcome. Highly Motivated. Good to have you on the show on a Friday Seshy Sesh and giveaway. Let's get your names into the drawing. Hold on, I got to show you. Look, look, look. Did you see it? Did you see? Did you see the tiny pipe? So you're going to win this tiny ass pipe. This tiny itsy bitsy pipe you're going to win. It's the smallest Sherlock one hitter I've ever found. And tonight we're giving away a 1 of 1 Oregonji embroidered hat. Check that out. 1 of its kind. 1 of its kind. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to give it away. All right. So I got Giraffe and I got Sergey. So, and Gavin. So we got Gavin. Boom. I've got Giraffe. I got Sergey. You guys are all in the drawing. You're in. Good. I saved it. I got nervous. This is Funk Stepper. Now, I was watching Red Eye Tribe. He had a live video he was doing the other day, and he started talking about how he doesn't give a shit about the strain. He doesn't give a shit about the name. He doesn't give a shit what you bring over. We're just ready to smoke. Let's just smoke it all. And and I understand that mentality, but I like to know these days. And you know why? Because if it's good, and if it tastes good, and it smells good, and it works good, I want it. I want it for me. And that's why I love Exotic Alchemy was talking about chocolate Thai. Mwah, fantastico. Double OG was smoking some good shit. Look, I love to find these strains. Now in Florida, it's hard. In Florida, we got the gelatos, we got the cakes, we got the runs. That's what we got. We got the runs. We got the runs. What you got? I got the runs. The what? The runs. I can't reach it. I got my fucking pirate hat over there. I was gonna wear it for shits and giggles, but it might be too far away. And if I lean over to get it, I'm gonna knock everything down. Welcome everybody once again. Whether you've said hi or not, welcome to the Friday Seshy Sesh of Highly Motivated and Friday night giveaway. So we'll be doing the giveaway in like an hour. In like 1 hour, we're giving away the 1 of 1 hat and the itsy bitsy pipe. And quite possibly a box of tea. I don't know. But the tea is fantastic. We're redoing we're not going to do boxes of tea anymore. We're going to do bags of tea. So we'll have like 5 teas worth. You can make 5 teas out of like a bag this size or whatever. Like we're going to do it in like a special Mylar bag so that packaging is cheaper. The teas are cheaper. I want to make things more cost effective. and I want to make them easier to pack, because to pack individual teas, look, I got to show you. So we've got these simple boxes, right? Now to pack these, the individual boxes, the boxes are easy, but the tea, these are hand packed bags, all right? Hand packed with some chunky. When you get tea, tea is like dust. God, that smells so good. This is what I drank on what day is it today? What is today? Shit. Oh, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Everybody calm down. It's Friday. When I drank on on Wednesday. On the Wednesday show. This better not be Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Is it Friday? Oh, where's my phone? It's Friday, September 12th. Welcome, everybody. Friday, September 12th, the day after September 11th. That smells so good. So this was the tea I was drinking on Wednesday. It takes a while to pack this stuff. So, wild story, let me tell you. September 11th, the day of the bombings, when the Twin Towers were hit, and when the Pentagon was hit, when the plane crashed in the field, a lot of stories, a lot of things going on. So, September 11th, me and Angie were like talking. Me and my wife, my current, my wife, we were talking, and we were chit chatting, and we were kind of getting towards the level of dating, or at least even going out. But we were just chit chatting on the phone. So she came over to my work to come hang out, and just say hi. And then all of a sudden, Twin Towers were hit by I was outside talking to her. My friend comes in and he was like, "Yo, get over here." I'm like, "What?" Because you got to see this. So I came running in, and we saw the Twin Towers get hit, the second tower. And so at that point, me and Ange were just chit chatting. So she disappeared. She left to go get her kid, and I'm over here at the store, and we didn't see or hear from each other for exactly 1 year. The following year, 1 year to the day, September 11th, the following year. So the year after the incident happened, um, which was like 23 years ago, 22 years ago. Isn't that crazy? 23 years ago, I met Angie. So September 11th, the following year, I was in my apartment complex, other side of town, and I was doing my laundry. And so, well, no, I needed to go do my laundry. So I walked to the laundromat with all my clothes. I used to just grab some of the shit I'd wear that night and just quickly wash and dry and go to work. I mean, as a bachelor, you wear like the same shit like every day, all the time. So I walk in, I open the door and I walk into the laundromat. It's really a long hallway with a bunch of washers and dryers. And at the end of the hallway, I saw Ange. At the end of the hallway, I saw her, and I was like, and I looked and I go, "Angie?" And she's like, "Oren?" And it turned into like a slow motion run. I was waiting for somebody to trip. I just, I mean, it would have added a little fodder later in life, but no, nobody tripped. No, we ran towards each other and kind of jumped into each other's embrace. And, and here we are 23 years later, or 22 years later from that point. But that's the wildness. So September 11th, even though it's a terrible date in history, it became a rebirth, a great re-meeting, rejoining of souls. And that's what September 11th became. So we rebranded it while still remembering, and still you know uh, uh being somber for September 11th. So anyways, our September 11th you know became our reunion, and a somber event just the same, but we made it something to remember always. So that was it. That was how me and Angie kind of got together. We ran across a laundromat at each other, and just dun 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 dun. You picture that, and that's kind of slow motion what was happening. A little authentic, journey into the life and world of Oregonji. Weird shit always happening. Mm. But that was like, we have two anniversaries. That's one of our anniversaries. So September 11th is kind of like a loose anniversary, and then the actual wedding anniversary. Okay. Wow. So we're smoking, still smoking on the Funk Stepper from Goldflower. Giraffe and Sergey, how are y'all doing? How's life treating you? Welcome to the show. Welcome to, I don't even know if I should call this a show. Welcome to the hangout. Welcome to the get together. And, welcome to, like, Gavin, welcome. It's good to have you here. It's good to see names and feel that energy. That's what the show's all about. When people ask me, they meet me sometimes, they're like, so we know you really don't, no expectations of your show, but do you plan it? And I'm like, not really. Like Christopher Sterrell, he's not going to be here this evening, but Christopher, he'll probably be watching the rebroadcast at one point. But Christopher is like, I know you play it by the seat of your pants, and I do. I do. I mean, I'm researching topics all week long. I'm always researching topics. Like, look, today alone, mind body connection and health, organ trafficking, myths versus facts, spoken word performance, which I think is something that's going to be beautiful, uh, understanding emotion, psilocybin lifespan extension, psilocybin lifespan extension. So magic mushrooms are more magic than you've ever known. Here, let me write this one down because this is one of those micro topics that are incredible. Magic mush, magic mushy mush. Here on the show, we talk about different psychedelics. We talk about cannabis. We talk about life and health. So here's what's great. One of the micro topics I looked up, look, psilocybin. There was an article. You can look this thing up for yourself. There was an article that spoke specifically about mushrooms and how mushrooms might be the fountain of youth. So there is another article that I read recently that spoke of us rapid aging and genetically, biologically, our bodies cannot live past 120 to 150. Like 150 years old would be like our biological body limit. But as the future approaches us, there are so many different options for the longevity of life. One of the incredible topics was mushrooms. And mushrooms are such an important thing because yes, psilocybin gets you high, but not just high. It might rejuvenate the skin. It might rejuvenate the brain and the organs in the body. That's the part that gets old in you. That's the part that starts to deteriorate and can't live past 150. So that's when things in the body start to go. So, so there was a headline, preclinical, a recent study, recent reports that psilocybin extended the lifespan of cultured human skin and lung cells by up to 57%. I mean, even if we're still in study, I'm going to take some more damn mushrooms just in case. Just in case. Okay. I do a lot of things just in case. And so, just in case. Just in case. Not that I need it, but I'm not saying I don't need it. Okay. So, and preserving the telomeres and reducing cellular sentience markers, and it improved the survival in aged mice. Improved the survival in aged mice. Psilocybin, those mice were high. They were so fucked up. Those mice were so fucked up. Just saying. Now, these are incredible findings. These are promising findings. Promising because it's real science. And it's not just a me telling you psilocybin's going to make you live longer. But it might make your body healthier so that you can live longer. Now, improved survival in aged mice given low intermittent doses. This is early stage work, and it's not a proven human anti-aging therapy. And it goes dot 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 yet. That means this is a real possibility for anti-aging in humans. I mean, imagine you going to a anti-aging therapy place and they're like, okay, today we're giving you a microdose of some psilocybin, but it's mixed with some lion's mane and chagra and a bunch of other mushrooms that are going to do great things for you. When would you believe hearing that? I'm going to an office today to get really fucking high. But no, microdosing is very different. Microdosing at first, sometimes you're not even sure if you're high, but you're happy. Your mood is good. You feel good. You're kind of flowing with life. Oh, we're going to talk about that a little bit today. The flow, flow of life. I'll get to it. I told you some of my topics that I looked into today, and not just today, but throughout the week. Some of them get deep. Some of them are serious. Some of them mean absolutely nothing. Some of them are the headlines of what's going on, and I go, oh, how interesting. Psilocybin improves lung health and other things. What else can it do? So we're going to talk about those things on the show. Improved survival, age mice, human lifespan limits. So the best evidence says the practical ceiling for human life is 120 to 150 years, unless we learn to slow the biological aging process itself. Remember, our cells, our body, everything is biologically aging. But could psilocybin be the answer to an extended lifespan? I'm willing to try. I'm willing to be a guinea pig. Even before therapy comes out with it, I'm going to start early. I'm going to start with some good mushroom chocolate. Take one little square every 3 days. That's the regimen. I do a microdose of mushrooms every 3 days when I have it, because it takes 3 days for the body to kind of reset after a mushroom trip. And then honestly, I do it for like 2 weeks, and then I'll stop for like a week, 2 weeks, totally. And mind, body, soul is something totally different. You see the world differently. You see people differently. You see yourself not as the individual. Even though you are an individual, even though you are an amazing individual, but then you see yourself as part of the whole, part of something bigger, and you are there contributing to it. Mushrooms do great things for depression, great things for mood and anxiety. They can really help you, but you have to open-heartedly enter into something like that. And again, consult with a doctor or physician before going into any treatments or anything like that. Fantastic. And any other disclaimers that I did not say, I'm saying them right now. Don't just take anything. Natural mushrooms are the way to go. If you're going to be doing any kind of mushrooms, the natural mushrooms, and mix them. The reason I like chocolates, I get my chocolates from some special place. And my mushroom chocolates have chagra, they have lion's mane, they have psilocybin, I don't even know how to say it. They have a bunch of different other mushrooms, and they have psilocybin or penis envy or whatever the fucking thing is called. But those are the ones I really enjoy. Those are super fantastic. Really enjoy that. When I have it, every 3 days, super microdose. Now, do I do larger dosing? I have. I was at a festival, an event for work. Fuck. Dude, it was crazy. This was years ago, before Goldflower. And before working with Oregonji and all that. But I was at an event, and I was given what I thought was a microdose. That's why I'm saying you got to be freaking careful. I was given what I thought a microdose, and it ended up being like a 2 gram piece, like 2 solid grams or 3 grams. It was like a 3 gram piece. It was 3 grams. I remember being told later on. I was like, "What the fuck? How strong was that?" They're like, "It was 3 grams." I'm like, "What? Yeah, okay, thank you." And I mean, but I took it in stride. I went through some crazy stages of excitement, happiness, pure energy, exhaustion, and all within like 10 minutes. It was crazy. And so where my total meltdown and re-explosion of self on mushrooms at that festival. So I was the announcer. They gave me the microphone. So I came around, they just kind of walked me, and I was walking and talking. And at this event, we had a half pipe, a huge, enormous skate park half pipe set up. And the skaters were jumping and doing flip tricks, and I don't know any of the fucking names. I don't know a half spin, tail spin, shit spin. I don't know anything. Nothing. And so all of a sudden I'm on top of this booth with the DJ, and we're on top overlooking the crowd, and he just kind of hands me the microphone. And look, I used to be a DJ, so you give me the motherfucking microphone. I got this. I got it. I don't care what state I am in. I am DJ state now. So just so you know, right when he gave me the microphone, the mushrooms kicked in. 3 grams of these mushrooms kicked in. Just I started sweating, like a lot, just like I just got out of a pool, and there are hundreds of people. But the people really weren't coming over to the skate park. They're off doing other things. So they gave me the mic. And I remember, I mean, this was it just hit me right there. I was like, and I thought to myself, all right, Oren, it's do or die. You got to do this. You can't melt down in front of these people. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I think I'm going to. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And I think the DJ dude was just looking at me like, you gonna say something? I'm like, yeah, pretty sure I'm gonna say something. Are we starting the event? I didn't know. I didn't even know it already started yet. It didn't. Thank God it didn't. And he was like, soon, let people know. I'm like, something that's a good idea. And so this guy was like, this guy is gonna do nothing. This guy is. Why the hell did they bring this dude up? So I'm like, all right, let me do it. And so then keep in mind, I have an announcer voice, and I have that ready to rumble kind of guy where it's like, let's get ready to rumble. Always admired that dude. What a great voice, great energy, great. And if I really, I breathe it in, I got it. I could do a really good deep. Let's get ready to rumble. Rumbolino. Rumbolino! Anyways, gave me the mic, and I'm not sure what I said, but it had to be fire because everybody stopped moving. Like, it was the huge part of the crowd. It was before the concert, so we had a lot of people out there, and they just all stopped moving, and they turned and just looked at me, and I locked eyes with hundreds of people at the same time. So tripping balls. So, but at the same time, connected to people and the energy of it. And the DJ had the music down. I was like, no, bring it up a little bit. Give me a good beat. Give me a good beat. And I remember that. I remember saying that. I was telling people, the show's about to begin. You don't want to miss this. It's high flying, tricks, adventures. I don't even know what the fuck I said. I don't know. I'll be honest, I do not remember what I said. But people came, tons of people. And the DJ's looking at me and goes, you did it. I'm like, I guess so. So I gave him back the mic. He's like, no. And he gives it back to me. I was like, no, take it. He's like, no, you're not done. I'm like, oh, I'm not done? What do I have to do now? He goes, you need to call the contest. I'm like, there's a contest? A skate contest? Between the people? Like, who does the best? Well, shit. Okay. So here I am on this podium overlooking the half pipe, and it's like, all right, come along for the contest. Let's see what these boys can do. And I was just really bringing it on heavy. And they're like, all right, let's get them excited. Put those hands together, make some noise, get crazy. And people were making noise and getting crazy. And more people showed up. So these skaters were like, yeah, because the DJ wasn't promoting them. Nobody was promoting them. And they do events. And usually nobody says shit. So with me promoting them, they felt different. You get an energy. Energy directed towards something creates something more. Before, where they were just kind of doing a couple of tricks, I was now talking about, they are risking life and limb to entertain you. Make the noise. I mean, little things that really just get people excited. So I would talk to these guys too. I'm like, come on now, impress us. See what you could do. And dude, look, impress you, motherfucker. I'm like, okay, just don't hurt yourself. It's like, fuck you. But later on, they all came and they're like, dude, that was great. We really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. I'm like, no, thank you. It was an experience. So I brought people in. So I don't know the skateboard names like kickflip. I knew a kickflip. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I knew that. And then grind and a pop and lock it and a twist and shout. I don't fucking know. But these are the things I was saying. Oh, look, he popcorned it. And the dude would be like, what the fuck is a popcorn? I'm like, dude, you don't know? I was making up shit. I'm like, he grinded it to a flip flip and a trip trip and it didn't matter. That was what was so great. It didn't matter that I had no clue what I was saying. It didn't matter because they were doing amazing tricks. And now people were paying attention. So now they were doing even bigger tricks. They were getting badder and bigger and bolder. And they were really doing some high flying as they come up the half pipes. See, I know what the fuck a pipe is. I know that I tried going on it and I just went, so I gave everybody even a little bit more of a laugh. And because it was mushrooms, I didn't feel pain. So I just got right back up. I was like, yeah, fuck this shit. And I walked off. It takes skill to be able to go down a half pipe. It takes skill to do these tricks. And they were amazing. These guys were really cool. And they were part of the skate park in Tampa, Florida. Oh, I can't remember the name. I will remember the name because these guys were so awesome. Man. Anyway, so I remember doing that event, and it was a blessing. Because after that, none of them even mentioned to me once that I did not know. They didn't know what I said. I didn't know what they were doing. So in that, they thought I knew, and I was just making up my own words, or I was something. It was like, oh, that's like a popcorn shrimp right there. Oh, he filleted that. I don't know what I was saying, but the mushrooms helped me. And they helped me through that whole situation. Keep in mind, I'm not a shy person. But if it's a big crowd, I get a lot of butterflies. If it's a big crowd, I've had some super big crowds when I was DJing, when I was doing private parties, when I'm emceeing things. So I've been, with some decent crowd sizes, and I've done events, I've done seminars where I had quite a few people, and with the seminar, I was so nervous and I spoke so fast. I was just like, "Brrr." Okay, now if you have any questions, you can talk to me now or you can talk to me a little bit. Anyways, look, hey everybody, you're fantastic. Thank you for coming out here tonight. And they're like, Oren, that was fast. I'm like, was it fast? Let me go back out there and talk a little bit more about some other things. And I'm not embarrassed that I talked fast. Because I filled an incredible amount of time talking fast about like 1,000 different topics. It became the most exciting part of the whole seminar. Other people were speaking, and there were some really great speakers, very well educated, great doctors, people that have achieved incredible things in cannabis. And then here I am, speed talking. Just that's my energy. And I was excited. I was nervous. So when I'm nervous, I'll talk even faster than I talk now. Even faster. Oh, wait a second. I got to write down some more names. I've got Don Frito. I don't think speaking fast is an issue so long as you are articulate. I appreciate that. I tell my kids this all the time. You can speak fast, but don't blur your words together. If you're going to talk fast, say each and every word to its most excitingness. And when I talk fast, I believe I do. I'm gonna stop talking fast. Don Frito, by the way, we're giving away shit tonight. Listen, just want to let you know, we're giving away the world's smallest Sherlock. It's a one hitter. Check that out. It's a one hitter. All right, we're giving that away. And we're giving away a one of one black on black trucker hat, origami embroidered. Check that shit out. Yes, that's a one of one. I'm making some other shit. I got an origami hat coming. It's supposed to kind of look like this, but origami. Different. I didn't want to do the Heisman thing because I don't want to steal from somebody's shit. But look at that. Awesome. One of one. Tonight we're giving this away. Like 30-ish minutes. Like 30 minutes. 30 minutes. We're giving it away. And the world's smallest Sherlock. Oh, yeah. And then whatever else I can fit in the box. So whatever else I can get into that box, that's what I'm going to send you. And I'm like, that's what I'm sending you. This has been a whirlwind of a week. It really has. And there have been a lot of crazy things on the news. Look, we don't get political. We don't get religious. But I think the world around us is charged with a lot of negative energy. That's like the simple way to put it, isn't it? There's no simple way to put the actions of anything right now. So we smoke. We smoke for everybody. I still have not made it through my first freaking joint. An hour in, the funk stepper from Goldflower. I don't think it's a sativa, but I am feeling crazy charged. Okay. Thank you again, everybody, for coming to the show. And thank you again for bringing your energy, bringing your excitement. Pass O. Hey, homie, I can share your stream and Kick community to help you have followers and viewers and also earn from stream. Oh, you can earn from a stream? I don't know that. Let's chat. Add me on Discord. My Discord username is this, Biggish. Biggish1. Biggish1. Oh, you're the one. You're the not the first, but you're the number one. Well, Biggish, welcome. Highly motivated. And Don Frito hater, I didn't welcome you properly. Don Frito, welcome to Highly Motivated. It is a scam. No, I'm not gonna. I don't remember the people who, I mean, like the bots who come in like that. I don't remember them. And even if it's a person and they want to help, I appreciate that, but I don't make any money from the show. And it only costs me money. It costs me money. So I don't want to pay more money. I don't want to pay more money. Just, I want it to be authentic. I want it to be natural. I want people to watch this show and say, shit, other people need to see it. Or I actually want some people to watch it and go, no, I want to see it. I don't want to tell anybody else about it because I want it to be my thing. And if that's how you look at it, awesome. But if you tell other people about it, also awesome. So both viewpoints, super awesome. All right, still trying to get used to my chair. This is the super creaky chair. Everywhere I move, I think it's going to break. But the other chair did. What was it, like last weekend or something? The other chair just broke mid show. Pop. But the chair won't shut up. Every time I don't move that much, but the chair is like doing like a lot of creaking. Can you hear it? Can you hear this crazy chair? Look, I'm just moving. Look, I'm just makes me nervous. Just saying, it makes me nervous. This is like what the fuck is going on? Musical. Oh, it is falling apart. Oh, hold on a second. It is falling apart. Okay. That's a little better. My chairs are telling me I need to exercise. My chairs are telling me, hey, do a couple push-ups, a couple sit-ups. Don't eat ice cream tonight. And I'm not. I'm done. I'm done with ice cream. I am done this week. Not maybe not gelato. Gelato's okay. A popsicle, that's what I didn't pick up. Let me see. The mic doesn't really pick it up too much at all good. That's good then. Then you don't hear this crazy ass chair. It drives me nuts. Barely hear it, but it's not obnoxious or anything. Good. Because I was afraid maybe like you could hear this crazy creaking behind me. You're like, what the fuck is going on behind Oren? There's no telling. There's no telling. Because back here the other day, the cat, while I was doing the broadcast, the cat was like doing laps. It was like and the cat's never done that before. And so I have the door closed, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? What is that? It's like, it sounded like a toddler running on its hands and knees, but like fast, like, and then, and so it was doing it for like 30 minutes straight. And then when I went out there, I saw the cat do it. I'm like, oh, this makes so much more sense. When you see it, it makes more sense. Okay. We're going to have to clean this thing and load it. And so let me heat that up really quick and load and roll another joint. So again, this is a funk stepper. I picked up a couple of different strains from Goldflower today. $80 an ounce, mix and match. $80 an ounce, mix and match. That's some great shit. And right now, any 4 concentrates, I think it's like $99. Live batter, like these. Any 4 concentrates. Any 4. And syringes, I think, are included on that. I don't know, but that's a great deal. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, so it just heated up, and when it heats up, I get a ear cleaner, Q-tip. Wow, my freaking brain, Q-tip, and we just take the Q-tip. I had another word for it, and we just kind of roll it inside and see you get all that dirtiness right there. Okay, let me just do that. Clean as a whistle. Okay. There we go. You see that? Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? I'm just going to let that sit right there, burn out a bit. Because I bet you there's smoke still left inside. No. Okay. And we will repack that in just a moment. Okay. What am I doing? I don't even know. Lots of micro topics. I told you I had a bunch. My dog scared me the other week. There she was under my bed, but it didn't know. She came in, so I got a bit of the fright when she randomly got out. Look, dogs and cats are sneaky little creatures. And if they have personality like that, that's everything. That's everything. Because the ones that don't have any personality, oh my mustache started. As it's growing back in, everything itches. The beard is slowly coming back, but it itches. That's the problem. When it grows out, no itching, and it's perfectly fine. But in these beginning stages, it's like, especially the mustachio. I think I'm going to twirl it this time. I think I'm going to grow it and do like a. And it's just going to kind of do. I don't care, but I'm going to try it maybe just for shits and giggles. Shits and giggles. But she gave you a bit of a fright. I just seen 2 black ears crawling out from under my bed. That shit would have scared me too. That would have scared me as well. That would have been. Look, if you're not ready for it, things scare me here. We live next door to a graveyard, and we have seen some wild shit. And keep in mind, I have 7 acres out here, and on this land used to be a melting pot of different Indian cultures. They were many different Indian tribes were all living all over this whole area. Oh, excuse me. They were also massacred by the Spanish, but only because they were going to massacre the Spanish. And the Spanish had an interpreter and found out some shit. And they're like, this is not going down. And they did a little switcheroony. And instead, they massacred not just the army, but they came out and then ended up massacring so many different people that couldn't get away here in the wetland swamps of Florida. So this land is littered with history, and not littered, it is speckled with history. There are possible Indian burial mounds out here. There are bent trees pointing to water sources. So I say all that, and it is the strong belief of myself and many others that quite possibly we have a very strong entity in spirit here in the land. And we're getting close to Halloween. I mean, can we start saying that yet? Can we start talking about Halloween? I really haven't even talked about Halloween at all. Only because I'm like, is it too soon? Is it too soon? Usually beginning of October, I start to talk about it. But let's talk about it a little sooner. Anyways, so the land is probably haunted. And we probably have a very strong spirit, maybe a skinwalker. Now, a skinwalker was usually a holy man, a medicine man, one of their very, very important future seers, medicine men. And usually they would sacrifice themselves in ceremony to protect for eternity the graves and the heritage and buried knowledge. I mean, just to protect the area. And we feel like we've seen some crazy shit. I question everything. I am a conspiracy theorist, but I like truth. I like reality. I like fact. I like science, and I like those things to back up reality. So that being said, um, wow, the most compelling one that I saw, it was late day, becoming evening, and across the field, right by the cemetery, but not quite by the cemetery, um, there was like this black mast kind of moving. And I'm outside and I'm looking over and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And me, I have no fear. I will run out to shit in the middle of the fucking night. I don't care how fucking crazy it is. Here I am. I'm running out with a baseball bat. I'm running out with like a nunchucks. I will hurt myself. I've hurt myself before, but I believe in facing fears. I believe in never being afraid. I believe that fear is what you do to yourself. You put that fear on you. So don't conquer it. Fucking run right out there. I mean, okay. If it's burglar and shit like that, have a gun, have a knife. They don't expect you coming at them. They don't expect it. And I've heard shit run away before. So and then I've stood there and then people are like, "Warren, you're a fucking idiot. Get back in here." So that day I was outside and the sun was going down, and the sun going down out here is beautiful and casts interesting shadows. But I saw this mast, like it looked like a little black bear, and there are black bears out here. There are black bears out here. So I mean, occasionally, once in a blue moon. There was a red moon the other day, so a blue moon. Anyways, so I'm backing up a little bit just in case you don't want to interact with it, in case its mama is around, and that's not a little black bear, that's a big black bear. But it just looked odd, so I'm really trying to get a good look of this. I mean, my eyes are terrible. In all fairness, I need glasses, but I see shit. It's not fucking blurry. I mean, it's blurry, but not. But words are blurry. Everything else is perfectly fine. Just words I can't see. I just can't do words. Anyways, um, so I'm looking at this thing and it's moving so fluidly. So I'm now backing up because what looked like a bear has now turned into like a cape, like the multi-universe guy, the Marvel dude. That's multi-universe. He's got a cape that flies and like attaches onto him. So it kind of looked like that, but it was like this way on the ground. And then it kind of came up and got very big and capey looking, but just not quite a cape, just a big black mast. And it just kind of twirled up, and I was like, what? I backed up. I got back in the house. I locked the door, and I'm looking at it through the window. And it just kind of did like this twist, and then it did this floating off into the further part of the forest. Holy shit. Now, my wife saw a wolf, an actual wolf apparition on the other side of the property down there. And she said the wolf, I don't remember if she said the wolf turned into like something with a cape and then disappeared. And then my son, Gideon, saw something where it was a wolf with red eyes and it kind of just stepped out of the forest towards him. And he was like, what? Now, that's all he said. And whew, he ran. There's been a lot of wild things, and this is not isolated incidents. We've all seen different things that have really, I mean, look, there are coyote out here. There are panther, I heard, Black Panther. I believe it. There are black bears. We are living in a fucking jungle. Jungle, I'm telling you. I got 7 acres of fucking jungle. Wait, I mean, fun fact. My great grandma was growing up in Ireland. Ireland. When the Irish Republican Army, the IRA, were rioting. Very interesting things. I'm more Scottish right now. We still have an heirloom from when the fighting was in her neighborhood. And the bed sheet, her mother was hanging with a couple of burn holes from the shotgun that went off close to her house. So the bed sheet, okay. Oh, so the shotgun hit the bed sheet. Okay. That's some crazy wild energy right there, especially from the rioting, the energy of the Irish and the IRA fighting the English, fighting for independence, firebombing some shit. We still have, that's wild. The pellets narrowly missed her, but punched holes in the sheet that she had just washed. So she got lucky, and that's when she moved to my mom in Scotland. So she moved to Scotland after that shit. I don't blame her. Look, that was crazy times. And it took a strong love of Ireland to stay. But a lot of lives were lost. A lot of good people fighting for the independence of that nation. But Ireland, look at it now. And a lot of people now don't know about the fight of the IRA against the English. People don't know about history. Today, a friend of mine posted on Facebook. My son just asked me, or he told him, I used to listen to Eric Clapton, or pick a guitarist, but not Eric Clapton. And his son was like, "Who's Eric Clapton? Who's Eric Clapton?" So we're getting to a point in life where people forget shit, or they just don't know shit because it's not being passed down. Music history is not being passed down. Music, the creation of what we have now, needs to be passed down, needs to be taught, needs to be learned, needs to be part of society, because music is frequency. Frequency is life. Frequency is us. We are, what am I holding fucking scissors for? We are controlled by frequency. And music uplifts the soul, uplifts the body. It's amazing stuff. Okay. Welcome again, everybody, to Highly Motivated. Tonight, with Oregonji in the home studio. In a little while, we're giving away the smallest Sherlock ever and an Oregonji 1 of 1 black on black trucker hat. Now, let me talk about more of the micro topics. Because again, we one of the micro topics, and we really didn't get too much into it, but magic mushrooms being a possible cellular delay. I'll finish it. Magic mushrooms delay cellular aging, preserves telomeres, lowers oxidative stress, boosts SIRT1 signaling. A monthly low dose regimen in old mice improved survival and physical aging signs. So this was tested on mice, and a lot of things are tested on mice before they're tested on humans. I've been testing it for quite some time now. Actually, after a mushroom trip, I usually feel quite regenerated physically. I mean, not just mentally, but physically. And it's not just psilocybin. Look, it's, how do I say, it's ergothioneine. Theonine. It's an antioxidant and amino acid mushrooms concentrate, so not psychedelic. Animal studies link higher EGT to healthy aging. Supplementation has extended lifespan and improved cognition. Human trials on this are currently undergoing, but not definitive. Lion's mane. Small human trials suggest cognitive benefits, mild cognitive impairment, initially, impairment. Acute effects in healthy adults look limited, and longer trials are in progress, not a proven longevity drug, but brain health support is an absolute yes. So brain health support, lion's mane. Reishi, long tradition, modern immunodulatory, antioxidant, metabolic benefits, evidence for actual lifespan extension is actually possible using reishi. So again, it's not just psilocybin, it's the combination. Using that combination as a microdose can extend your body's cellular aging. And that is what we started the show with, talking about how our lifespan is limited. Like we're limited to 120 to 150 years. And really, we can't go further than that. We can't go further. So maybe mushrooms are the trick. Microdosing mushrooms in a combination can possibly increase lifespan. What an awesome concept. Well, that's what we're talking about. So definitely, oh, and also it was the one I can't pronounce, cordyceps. I did it. I just did it. Cordyceps. Okay. So there's a lot of data for endurance, um, maximizing energy within the body, energy within the brain. Interesting stuff. So look, a combination of mushrooms. That's so again, that was a micro topic. Moving beyond that, other micro topics. We had the Tesla Ghost Radio that we didn't talk about on the last show. We had something quite strong, and I still have not decided if I want to talk about it on the show. Freedom. Our idea of freedom. What is freedom here in the United States? And the reason I don't want to really talk about it on the show, because it gets political, it gets religious. Those are two of the organizations controlling your freedom. Religion and government controlling your freedom. I want to talk about it. I want to smoke more. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to smoke more. Because there's some big shit to talk about. Ooh, not much of that left, but it is gonna go tonight. No. Yes, no, I don't know. Let's get the proxy. By the way, everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome as always, no expectations. Tonight we're going over things from the week that I look into that get me excited, that make me ask questions. Tonight we've talked about magic mushrooms and extending lifespan. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Tonight I am going to, I showed you those nugs. Yeah, those were those. We're going to open up another one. Okay, let me load this. Let me take a hit and my brain should be good. Well, that's too much. I'm like, it's Friday though. So is that too much? I'm like, it's Friday. It's on. Oh, shit, that's too much. That's a lot. That's a lot. I think that's a lot. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. It's Friday. Why not? Why not? Don't forget, everybody, if you want to be in the drawing, did I put in Don Frito? Don Frito. Don Frito, I'm putting you in the drawing. That's what I forgot. 1 second. Right here. Don Frito. So this is my calculated way of picking winners. And remember, in just a little while, like 20 minutes or so, we're giving away the smallest Sherlock, and we're giving away a 1-of-1 black on black Oregonji hat with the very new, very permanent logo. I love the logo. Okay, I put a lot in there. Look at that. That seems like a lot. This is my Puffco proxy. So I have it on low temperature. Low temperature so you can taste all the beautiful terpenes and flavors, and you don't burn up all the cannabinoids as they come into your body. You're able to assimilate them a little bit easier. So instead of overwhelming things like a dab, no, you're taking it easier. You're getting to the vibe spot, and you're going to stay there. Yep, the day after she jumped on a boat and got a new man that she then married, and now my family are based in Scotland. In Scotland? Really? Don Frido. Actually, Don, we've got a Scottish crest. So my father and my father, I can't even do it. I can't do Scottish. I can't do Scottish. I can do Scottish, but my father. So he's Scottish. He's Scottish English. He's Scottish and he's English. But we've got the Scottish crest. Oh, exciting shit. We've got Scottish crest and we've got a kilt. So, and then you know what you wear under the kilt? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. You don't put anything under the kilt. You want to let things breathe, I tell you. You think you'd be cold in Scotland, but you're not. You're not. Something about the kilt. It's got a nice flannel. It keeps you very warm. It keeps everything really nice and warm. So, done. We got something in common there. We got some Scottish there. That's fantastic. Everybody, it's Major Nugs. Major Nugs with East Coast Visual Media. Welcome. Highly Motivated. Welcome on the Friday Seshy Sesh. We're going to be giving away this incredibly small Sherlock. It's a one-hitter. I found it today, and I was like, yo, we got to give this shit away. And we're giving away a one-of-one origami embroidered black on black trucker hat. Yes, we are. It's a special model. It came in and nobody else will have it. Just you. Not even me. I will not have it. My other hats were already supposed to be here. The different models. And each one of those models, as they come in, I'm giving them away. I'm giving them away. And do you want to know why? Because that's what kind of guy I am. I'm just going to give it away. I want you to have something special. I want you to have a one of one. I'm excited. Got 10 new gold flower strains. About to try Orange Bowl. Orange Bowl, by the way, everybody, is a Heisman 34. Damn, that still smells funky. The Funk Stepper. I was just smoking the Funk Stepper. I'm about to smoke like Black Betty or something. Wait, no, I'm about to smoke Fruit Stand. Fruit Stand, which is also the concentrate deal they got going on right now. Major Nugs, I'm telling you, nobody is beating Gold Flower at those prices for that quality. Chaw. And look, they opened up in Lakeland, Florida. They are banging. They are doing fantastic out there. Great staff, great crew. Met them just the other day. Okay, let me see which one this is. What happened to my light? It's a mess. What is this? This is the Emerald Apricot. I tell you, we should get into this one next. Absolutely. Oh, wait. I'm going to take a dab first. First things first. Let's not rush it. Here we go. Okay. All right. So this is what we're dabbing. But it's not a dab. It's just a low heat Puffco Proxy concentrate. It's Fruit Stand, which is one of the most delicious gold flower concentrates I've come across. All right. The Proxy, you hit it twice on the little button. Boom, boom. It buzzes and it's on. Okay, when it buzzes again, that means the little three-dimensional chamber has emulsified the batter, and the batter is now ready to smoke. And it will give me a session, like a period of time that I can smoky smoke. We need to harass Ace about making us bigger labels so we can read without glasses. Holy shit, I know! How small is that? I can't see anything. That's why I gotta use a lighter. I need glasses. That's when I realized I needed glasses because I can't read how small that shit is. You don't have to hold it in. The second you inhale, you can exhale because it's already assimilating into the system. Wow. It's like you're sipping it. It's like a fine wine. It's just so delicious. This is all about the terpenes. Okay, it buzzed. It's off. Kind of get that last hit while the temperature's lowering. As the temperature gets lower, you get more flavor. That's incredible. And I don't see smoke, but I tasted it. So what's interesting about that, it's like when Major Nugs was asking with the vapor, or the vaporizer he wants to get into, which I still have not opened. I still have, I think we'll do it Sunday. I might open it Sunday. This is the Venti from Stores and Bickle. Thank you again, Christian Lazardi, the rep, for such a great deal that he told me about. Awesome, awesome, awesome special. And I got it for a great deal. We're going to open this up Sunday, and we're going to show it on the show. We're going to show you how to use it, how to get it set up. But here's the most important thing. Here's the most important thing. It's not about seeing big clouds. You set it on a low temperature. It's not about seeing big super puffs. The more cloud you see, the more you're burning the product. The more of a cloud, the less of the cannabinoids that you are taking into the bloodstream. Because remember, smoking it goes right to the bloodstream. Smoking it's going to go right to the neural receptors. So when you're on a super low temperature, it's not about seeing clouds. It's about tasting it. It's about experiencing it. It is so much cleaner. Yes, if you see some haze, that should be good. But you don't want to see too much. I mean, unless you want to burn it. If you're looking just to burn it like you burn a joint, then set it on the high temperature. Puff, puff, puff away. But you're only going to get a couple hits before it's basically done. And if you start to taste popcorn, it's done. You don't want to taste popcorn. You want to go an entire session being able to taste the gorgeous, beautiful flower. Oh, I tell you, absolutely. Absolutely. So, Venti, absolutely awesome. We're going to try this on Sunday. So, Sunday's show is now spoken for, happening here at the home studio, or maybe not. Maybe we'll do it somewhere else. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? What is happening on? Do I have a mosquito down here that's just bit me? Like out of nowhere, I start to smoke and mosquitoes are like, and the flies are like, hey, hi, how are you? Wait, is it? What is that? No, it's nothing. I'm just being weird. I'm like, it's nothing. I'm just being weird. Oh, is the glass cracked? That's not good. Damn it. Now I'll have to throw it away. I'm sure it wasn't cracked recently, but still, that scares me. You don't want it being cracked. Oh, okay. Anyways, we need to harass Ace. We do need to harass Ace, anyways. So Sunday product review, absolutely. Sunday we're gonna do. I'm just gonna write it and remind myself. Sunday Venti, boom. We're doing the Venti. Okay. I will save some flowers specifically for that. But I have emerald apricot, I have black beauty, and I have, well, if you are blind and you can't read it, hold a light to it. That's Black Betty. Betty Hayes. So I have Black Betty and Betty Hayes. And emerald apricot double banana. Is it double banana? Banana fuel. Banana fuel? I don't care. We're going to open it. No, wait. Yes, that's what we're doing. We just did the dab. We'll let that cool down. Very nice. That was very delicious, by the way. Got the brain in a whole nother place. Let's put that back over there. Let's open this up and take a look at it. And then maybe we might get to the micro topics. I've got so many. And again, maybe Friday night is not the night to get serious about freedom. I think every night is serious to get about freedom. Freedom as an individual. Freedom in the place you live. And here in America, we're not as free as we think. Yes, our speech is protected, and that is a big deal on paper. But in practice, it's not necessarily something that we see in everyday news or everyday social media. Social media is the watchdog of the police, is the watchdog of the courts, is the watchdog of the legislative system. But over and over, our rights are being trampled. Over and over, we are being stepped on by overreaching government, overreaching law enforcement. I am all for law enforcement. I am all for supporting our police from a distance. But honestly, I can protect my own. And you should be able to protect your own as well. Not saying it's the Wild West, but you shouldn't rely on any legal force to protect you or to have your back. Even though it's written in the Constitution, it looks good on paper, but in reality, it's lacking. Okay, so that's look, there's a lot to get into about that. And so then going back, let me see, let me just look for tonight's podcast. So this was about practice re-entering meaning. Re-entering meaning. Oh, that was actually quite a serious talk as well. Let me what is that energy? A lot of questions today. A lot of questions. The sameness, turning point, and practicing, and vibe, flow state, and frequency. There was a lot. Oh, here we go. Boom, pow, bang. All right, that's a spoken word that I would like to do in just a little while. Boom, pow, bang. Okay, just to get you all excited about it. All right, opening it fresh here on the show. Goldflower cannabis, ideal cannabis. So Goldflower, ideal, great grower. Ooh. Fresh, a little, I mean, piney, but not piney, like a bubblegum pine. Sweet undertones. See, I like getting it from the bag. Okay. Ooh, the bud smells good. Ooh, that was some funk. The bud smell. Ooh, that is there's something funky going on. Look at this thing. Look at this big, nice, chunky nug. That's a chunky nug, people. That is a chunky nug. You'll notice there's some sugar leaves on that. That's nice. That means it was hand trimmed. That means they gave a shit about it and they didn't want it destroying the rest of the bud. But okay, it smells good. There's some funkiness going on there, but not that sweet bubblegummy pine. And not even pine. I don't think it's pine. Here, let's crack it. Let's give it a crack. Oh, I got weed in my nose. All right, let's give it a crack. Okay, good sound. Oh, I love the terps that are preserved. Right when you crack that bud and you shove your face in that. It's like ever so small hint of mint. It's bubblegummy, it's almost fruity. But behind it, you got a little funky skunky going on. I love that. Mm. Sometimes it's cheesy, sometimes it's more skunky. This is more skunky, but not like, oh, it's skunk, no. But when the smoky smokes, I hope it's skunky. Oh, that is really good. Okay, oh, what is it called? This is Emerald Apricot, and it's the Emerald Apricot cross with, I think, banana fuel. But maybe, see, it smells more like, and there's two of them. There's one with a lower count of terpinolene. I got more weed in my nose. Oh my God, there is. There's like more. I'm breathing weed right into the nostril. Okay. So there's one with a higher count of terpinolene, and that's the one you want. That's the one that pheno hunt is more of emerald apricot than it is of anything else. And that's what this one is. This hunt right here is definitely emerald apricot. So cracking that nug, I mean, it breaks up nicely. It feels good. We're gonna roll a joint really quickly. But oh, it's got, when you break it up, when you crack this one open and you smell that smell, you'd be like, oh, it's kind of like a bubblegum spearmint. But then it's a little fruity. But then it's like a hair minty, like a hair. These are all hair flavors that you get all together. Like spearmint. That's it. Almost like the spearmint gum. Wow, that's it. Not crazy overwhelming, but you get that aroma and now when you smoke it, there's weed in my nose. I don't know where it's gonna go. It's just gonna go up. No, it'll come out. It'll come out eventually. No, I didn't shove it up that much, did I? Well, the nose and the throat are connected, so it'll probably just like end up coming up behind. I'll be like, ah. It makes me want to sneeze now. If I can sneeze, that'll be amazing. No. All right, so I'm gonna smoke this really quickly. Well, not quickly. I'll smoke it with you as long as it takes. As long as it takes, we're gonna be here. We're gonna smoke it together. All right, all right, all right, all right. Feeling good. Feeling good. Is that enough? Is it enough? I don't think it's enough. Let me just break up a little bit more. I like to break it up by hand. I don't use a grinder. I think, look, this way I can smell it. Unless you got a piece of weed stuck in your nose, and then you can't smell shit. And then, let me just, excuse me just 1 second. Just 1 second. Let me just think. No, we're good. We're good. Okay. It's going to turn into a weed booger, I think. And then I'll just be like, what is that? What's going on? Okay. I got some cannabis in my nose when I was shoving the buds in my nose. I think a piece went up there. Okay. I mean, be gentle when sniffing your weed. Do it gently. Don't be so excited like me. I was excited, and in my excitement, I may have gotten some bud up there. Okay. It's probably gonna bother me the rest of the show. Who cares? Okay. I think I have enough broken up. I think I have enough to roll. I think I have enough to roll. What time is it? Oh, the giveaway. We got to do it soon. If you want to be in the giveaway, remember, all you got to do is comment. All you got to do is comment. I got to write down Major Nugs. Here we go. Major Nugs. I still owe Major Nugs an enormous prize package over here. He has one of the biggest and best prize packets going on. And more shit has been added to it, only because he would like me to do it in person. So we're going to do it in person. We're going to set that up. I've got a huge prize pack for him. I haven't forgotten about you. Instead, I've added more shit. And if you win things tonight, I'm adding that to it as well. Watching the show. Okay, we're giving this away tonight. The smallest Sherlock you've ever seen. It's a one-hitter. It's a one-hitter. Okay, and a one-of-one Oregonji trucker black on black hat. You like that? There we go. Embroidered. Check that shit out. We got more coming. We got 4 more models coming. 4 different models coming. And each one of those we're going to give away. Each one of those we're going to give away so that you have a one-of-one. Okay? Great. So we're going to do that in just a moment. Major Nugs, you're in. I don't see anybody on the Insta. So if anybody's watching Instagram, thank you very much. I haven't seen any of the comments. I don't know if that's me. Maybe I should be scrolling. No, or there's just no comments. There's just no comments. And there's just nobody watching. No, it used to, but I saw hearts or something, which was wild. And fire a second ago. So that was wild. But I don't have any viewer counts there. So I don't know what's going on. But you can watch me, I think, on the Insta Cha-Cha. Oh, it's okay, Gavin. You can watch me on the Insta Cha-Cha, O420X. All right, we're about to do the giveaway. We're going to be doing the giveaway in just a moment. Maybe first, a spoken word. First, a spoken word and then a drawing. That way, if anybody else is still trying to get in the drawing and I haven't seen your name yet, maybe Nick, if you're out there, maybe Chicago Danny. We got Chicago Danny, maybe Nick, maybe Hojo, maybe Rachel. It's been a long time. Let me see. Don't forget about me. No, Giraffe, I already got you in here. Giraffe, I've got you right here. I've got you. Boom, Giraffe. I got Don Frito. I got Sergey. I got Schwarzy Pants. I got Gavin. I got Major Nugs. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody tonight. It is Look, it's a very small drawing, but it's a dedicated drawing because you have an actual chance of winning this incredibly small pipe. And this one of one. One of only one. There will never be another one. Oh, that's some serious stuff. Okay. Gotta take me off the list. Keep it fair. It is fair though. It is fair. Just there's a mental energy of fairness. You'll see. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone else. I can't take you off the list. You come to the show, you're on the show, you're part of it. Now I know Christopher is here in spirit. So Christopher Sterrell is here in spirit. You've got many people here in spirit. They may not be watching right now, but they'll be watching later. Okay, again, if you want to be part of the drawing, all you gotta do is say hi. I'll put you in. That's it. So you have one quick spoken word that I'm going to do, and then we're going to do the drawing. So a spoken word about the topic that I really, again, micro topics. So maybe you'll understand it from the spoken word. And then we're doing the drawing. And if I see your name and I haven't seen it before, I'm going to draw it in there before we do the drawing. Okay, and all you gotta do is just say hi. You don't have to say much. And again, on Instagram, I apologize. I just can't see anything at all, but there must be something going on. You can also find us on LinkedIn, Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. I just don't know how to find me on Rumble. And YouTube. YouTube, I see comments. So you go to, again, I don't know how to find me on YouTube either. All right, here we go. Boom, pow, bang. The day answers back like a drum line. Every door a cymbal crash. Every handshake a lightning strike. I walk in wearing linen and hemp, loose as a breeze, and the world leans closer. It whispers to me, yes, yes, and yes! No chase, no grasp, just pulse and breath. Just the quiet knowing that everything is already moving in the direction of right now. Boom, timing perfect. Pow, feedback electric. Bang, momentum doubled. This is the current we forgot when the grind grows loud. The frequency that waits beneath the noise of planning. So I stand in the center, hands open, heart wide, memorizing the spark of it. So later, when life feels heavy, I can return to this beat. Boom, pow, bang! The sound of the universe saying, keep going. Okay, let's do the drawing. That's it. That's what I want to talk about. I was feeling the vibe today. I was in Tampa and everything just kind of turned into a boom, pow, bang. Like you got that magic of life, and that magic of life kind of just changes everything. That magic of life, when you see it, you feel it, you're on that frequency. You want to save that frequency number so that you can like punch it in every time you need it. Every time you just need that kick in the ass, that extra jump, that extra knowing, you need that flow. And when life flows like that, it gets fantastic. Okay. I think it's time for the drawing. Are we ready? I think we're ready. Now, if you have not said hi or left a comment anywhere on the restream, LinkedIn, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, Instagram, but I guess I'm not seeing anything on Instagram. I don't know why. Maybe there's a button I need to press, or the buttons are pressed and just nobody's. But I saw hearts. So like a ghost was watching. We had a ghost watching on Insta Cha Cha. But I feel like Exotic Alchemy is there, and I haven't been able to put Exotic Alchemy into the running. So I feel terrible because there's many people that were probably, or even Steven. Okay. We're giving it away. We're doing it. Wait, is it dirty? Did I get it dirty already? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, there we go. The hat is beautiful. It's clean. You like that? Good, because that's how you're getting it. Is beautiful and clean. All right, so we're about to give away the hat and the tiny pipe. The tiniest of Sherlocks and the hat will be now given away. The tiniest of Sherlocks and the hat. I got weed on the hat. I got weed on it. We're going to be giving this away right now tonight. Highly motivated community sesh get together, digital smoke session, educational. I don't know what the fuck it is. We all learn. We learn. We all learn in this show. We learn about strains. We learn more about cannabis. We learn how to use it, how to drink it. But then we're just using it. We're just seshing it. And even if you don't use it, you're still here, learning things, talking, sharing energy. That's what it's all about. All right. Welcome everybody to the show. Let's do this drawing. Let's do it. Here we go. This is a foolproof method. I mean, it's like I am just not even thinking about things. Okay, it's a runoff. It's a runoff, I think. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, I shouldn't have looked at it. I just looked at it. I just looked at it. I shouldn't have looked at it. I should not have looked at it. Nope, nope. It was meant. It was meant. Don Frito, congratulations from Highly Motivated. You have won the Friday night giveaway. Don Frito hater. Please send me a direct message. Once again, Don Frito. Congratulations. Send me a message, a direct message. Hopefully I get it. Send it on the Insta Cha-Cha and actually King's Wish 420. I think you said you sent it on Instagram. I didn't get it. I didn't see it. Major Nugs, I think you may know them, have them resend it to me. Maybe on one of my other socials. I want to send them this stuff. But y'all, check it out. Don Frito hater. Don Frito hater. Congratulations from the Highly Motivated Podcast Smoke Sesh community at whole. You have just won the smallest Sherlock ever, and the one of one, the only one, the limited edition Oregonji. That's right, embroidered hat. Check that out. Congratulations. That is fantastic. So a mini pipe and the Oregonji embroidered hat. That is a great prize. Truly exciting. I love giving things away. I think that's like one of the most exciting parts of this show. I'm like one of the most exciting parts of not like the show. The show's exciting on its own. But to be able to give back to the community, to be able to give back to smokers and tokers and everybody as a whole, I find that to be the grandest thing of everything. I believe in that more than anything. So my giving back is in knowledge. My giving back is knowledge about cannabis, knowledge about how we use it, how we can help ourselves with it, reset our tolerances by making a tea. I know it's crazy. Remember to use honey. And any tea will do, just drop it in copious amounts of cannabis. So I love being able to give back in knowledge. But one of the things as cannabis person myself that we love swag. We love giveaways. We love things that are carefully thought about in the world of cannabis. And the hat was carefully thought about and designed by me, by moi, by me, I tell you. So, I love to give back in knowledge and understanding. I may not know everything, but I still learn it as well. And I learn about origins and strains and whatnot. Like, I couldn't roll freehand to save my life. And not a buddy, actually, I learned that when I was in Canada on the streets. Was it Canada? I think it was with Gabe. Me and Gabe were down there. I want to say it was Canada. We were on a huge trek and I couldn't freehand roll a joint. and these two dudes on the side of the, like just, and they were just sitting there, and they were rolling. Was that where I learned it? Fuck, I don't know. But they busted out a bill, a Canadian bill, and they put their weed like a boat into it, right? And then they did a pre-roll, like just they rolled it, and they took the paper and with the sticky side facing you, they put it in the at the back side of the, and then they just rolled it all together, and it made a beautiful. Well, I call them candy wrappers because I twist the ends, right? I do a quick twist, and then I do a quick shake just to make sure everything goes into place, and then a little twisty. And if I have my samurai knife, I cut it. But tonight we'll just use the scissors. There we go. Trim each end. This one could use a bit more for trim. There we go. Right. And the skinnier of two ends, I just give it like a little twist, like so, like so. And you'll see it opens it up just a little bit so the weed doesn't get in my mouth. But it's a beautiful channel for the cannabis. And I just maybe give a little testing, like, oh, it's very nice. It's got everything beautifully together. I roll my shit chunky. Like when I break my shit up, I break it up chunky. Because a good chunky joint is going to burn differently. A good chunky joint is going to burn right. Like if it's dust, if it's powder, it goes too fast. If it's dust or it's powder, you're going to get a runner. But a good chunky joint, you're going to get a good pull. Because when it's dusty and powdery, there's no airflow for the smoke to go. But when it's chunky, it's all about airflow. It's all about good burn. And if it's good weed, it should burn properly. Okay, so we just rolled one quick joint of the, which one? Of the Emerald Apricot Banana Fuel. I think it's banana fuel. Maybe it's double banana. Shit, it's banana something. And I haven't even said the THC of anything lately. 28%, 28.9. So 29%. And the terpenes are what? 1.95. 1.95 on the terpenes, almost 2%. That's pretty good terpeninolene. And Emerald Apricot is one of my favorite sativa strains, mixed with whatever this banana thing is going on. But they said this one's leaning mostly Emerald Apricot. And I miss my Emerald. I haven't had it in so long. So let's smoky smoke together. Okay. And again, that's just another one of the great strains from Goldflower Cannabis. They're $80 mix and match ounce right now. $80 mix and match ounce. Get in there while this deal still lasts. Get in there because before it'll go. It'll go. It'll be by. It'll come back. Maybe. I don't know. And also you can get any 4 concentrate live rosin batter. Any 4, I believe, for $99. That's an insane deal. That's a beautiful, insane deal. Tell you what, let me do this one again really quickly because I think there's enough in there for a nice little tokey tokes. Okay, wow, I'm excited. I got some Emerald Apricot here about to be lit up. We just had a great winner. Congratulations once again to Don Frito. Don Frito, you have won. Send me a direct message. You have won the hat and the miniature pipe. If you don't send me a message, by the way, okay. If you don't ever send me a message with an address, then eventually there will be a redrawing. Eventually. There still seems to be a lot left in this. This is the 3rd session out of that same drop that I put in there earlier. Not drop, I mean, it was a large amount. It was a good chunk. Oh, that hit me. That got me nice to dizzies. You don't want to hold your breath too long. That's just depriving your brain of oxygen. And that was all done on a low temperature. And when you do it on a low temperature, you can get quite a few sessions out of it. That's why, like with the Venti, when we do this Sunday, what's going to be so important is we're going to do it on a low temperature. I want to see if we can get a full session without it tasting like popcorn. I want to see if we can get 2 full sessions. I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, if we can get one session out of the venti with like one little cartridge, I think it's a cartridge that goes in, like you grind it, you leave it a little bit chunky, not too chunky, but a little chunk, bare chunk, like it's tiny chunk, like an itsy bitsy chunk. Okay. Yeah, and that's also the other part of it. How much do you break it down to where it's the optimal pass through and whatnot for the venti to be able to decarboxylate it. I want to do it at a low temperature. I want to taste it and I want to feel it. So if we can end up getting 2 sessions out of one little disc, I think it's like a disc. It's like a disc. A disc. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I mean, I've used other items or other devices similar to that one, and it's been like a little disc, like a little hockey puck thing that opens up, and you put your ground material in, and you close it back up, and you can have a couple of them there, and you pop it into the little thingy mabobby, and then pop, and you go boom, boom, boom. Okay. Mm. Don Frito, in case you didn't hear, you won. So send me a direct message. Listen, again, if people are not here, they don't hear that they win, and I don't hear from them in a couple of days to a week, there's a redrawing. But Don Frito currently won the embroidered origami black on black, one of one of one of one 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 one. The new merch that is coming, and look at that. Check that out. That's the little itsy bitsy pipe that he won as well. Congratulations again, Don Frito. Okay. Do you ever put a terp pearl in your proxy? I forget if I no, I haven't. It looks so smooth. What, the terp pearl? I've never tried that. I've seen people do that in dab rigs where they put like a thingy that as they hit it, it just kind of goes all the way around and just kind of gets everything. But this is like a 3-dimensional chamber. This hits it from all angles. So whatever's left, like right now, ooh, so that's what's left of what I was just smoking a moment ago. There's like nothing really left. I've pretty much used all of it. So now it's just clean it out so we can have a freshy fresh bowl. But before we do that, we're going to light up. Which end? Which end? Oh, this is a good end for it. And this is the Emerald Apricot Gold Flower Cannabis. Again, if you're in Florida, you have a medical card, or you're thinking of getting one, go get it. 1 ounce, not ground. 1 ounce of big chunky bud. I showed you a picture of it. $80. And concentrates, also, look, $99, any 4. Any 4. The deals really are pretty fantastic. Okay. So you don't even need all the extra stuff. That Puffco looks great. Thank you. You don't. That's the thing. When you have a big, and you can set this on high, and you can get a serious hit from it. You can set this on high, and you get, like, I was sitting there the other night. I did this on high. I was like, yo, I mean, it really rips. It's a fantastic device, and that's why I love that I don't have to have this glass rig. I don't have to have something to heat it up. I don't need even the other Puffco device, the Peak. Beautiful device, but it's just too much to carry around. This thing goes anywhere. I flew to Colorado with this. I cleaned it really good, and I put it in the luggage. It's a pipe. It looks like a Sherlock. There you go. Just clean it. Like, really clean it. Don't be like right before you get to the airport, be smoking out of that shit and then shove it in your luggage. That's not going to work. You clean that shit. Okay, Emerald Apricot. It smells good. I'm quite excited. Emerald Apricot, Gold Flower Cannabis, Florida. Here we go. I try not to taste the butane too much. It's not, I'm not getting it. Got to get a little bit hotter. I try taking hits before the heat gets too hot on it, because when it's still a very small cherry, you get flavor. You get those initial bursts of terp and aroma. Mm. It's very smooth. I don't get any bursts of flavor. I get on the back of my tongue, or the back of my tongue and the roof of my mouth. The smoke smells great. The smoke is nice. That's a good smoke. It's probably pretty stinky. I'm pretty sure this is a very stinky smoke. Mm, mm. The flavors on this one kind of activate as I was getting hotter. I can kind of taste what I was smelling earlier, not the skunkiness. I'm getting really beautiful, beautiful notes like a peppery lemon in my nose, a hair of a pine, a peppery lemon, herbal, fresh, bright. Oh, what the fuck am I smoking? This is lovely. Hold on. Mm. There we go. I tasted it again. That lemony, like a lemon, and then like an anise, a lemon and anise. So a lemon and a spice, or a lemon and a oh, and I feel it in my nose, like I want to sneeze or something, but not, because that smoke smells good. By the way, this time I used the Tyson Futurola papers. Tyson Futurola. Some of my favorite papers, I got to tell you. I don't use the tip. They have they have a whole bunch of tips that they come with the papers. It's very snazzy, all right, and they're very very nice, but I don't use them. I like to do my little twisty end, and I don't get any weed in my mouth, and I'm perfectly happy with it. Mm. Makes me feel a little more connected. Mm. That was nice. That was a little more foresty. A little more foresty. like a northern lights almost. Mm. And there's flavor building up in the back, kind of coming into life little by little as I smoke. This is great. This is emerald apricot. I tell you what, if it gives me that sativa jive, well then, I'll feel like it's more emerald apricot than it is whatever this banana thing is. Because usually banana ones make me sneeze. Holy shit! I felt like I wanted to sneeze. That's the banana shit. Oh. We're going to have to save the thingy somehow. Hold on. Do we have a thingy? Do I have the thingy? I do. It's right here. Okay. Hold on. We're going to have to save the Instachacha somehow. Somehow. If it's savable. If it's savable. Even though I don't think anybody's even watching it. But they could be. But just in case. Mm. By the way, congratulations again, Don Frito Hater. You have won. You won tonight's Oregonji hat and the smallest, the tiniest uh pipe. Wait, I just saw hearts. Okay, so people can see me on the Instachacha, but I can't see anything. So if you're commenting and you've been part of this, I feel terrible because I wish you were part of the drawing tonight. I didn't. I haven't seen anybody. I still can't. I saw the hearts. I did see hearts. So I thought that was pretty cool. And thank you. Oh, see, I see hearts. See, okay, it's like a ghost because I just can't see anybody. So it's like, or it's, thank you. And I wanted you to be a part of the drawing this evening. but I don't see you. What is that? What is going on? See, it could be a setting, but it's not. I was like scrolling on some shit. Nothing happened. Okay. Mm, this is good. Emerald apricot mixed with whatever banana thing is going on. It's the one that's high in terpinolene. There are two batches. The one that's high in terpinolene is what I'm smoking. This is great. Remember, emerald apricot comes from the lineage of the Durban poison. This is great. Like a mix, like a cross of Durban poison and something else, make emerald apricot. One of my favorite strains at Goldflower. So this is the cross, one of the pheno hunts. The pheno hunt is when they mix with something else, or they dive deeper within the DNA of the plant. And there are different ways to do that. We should actually have an evening where we discuss that a little bit. But anyways, we're smoking this out of a Tyson paper. I like them because they don't make me cough necessarily, and I can taste the bud more. That's pretty important to me. Thank you, Instagram people, for watching. I can't see who you are, but I'm quite sure that Exotic Alchemy is usually there. Steven is usually there. And I just want to say, wait, I'm now curious what version or I got cut. How do I tell? Okay. So if you're terpinolene, shit, how do you tell? Huh. Oh, wait a second. It's the ideal. No, it's not. Hold on. Okay. So it's ideal. And the lot number should end in 441. So if you look at lot number and it ends in 441, I'm pretty sure you got this one. And maybe harvest batch 7.01 if it ends in that. Wouldn't that be some craziness? But there's two different versions of it. And the other version is more banana, whatever the other cross is, that's what the other version is. This one is definitely emerald apricot. When I say that, I could feel that. I could feel the sativa side of it. And again, sativa, indica hybrid, rudialis. Look, these are names that are given so new people in the cannabis can really get comfortable with the strains and the effects. But again, it's the plant. Sativa is a tall, skinny plant. Indica is a short, stubby plant. And the hybrid, the rudialis, which is the industrial. But then there's a hybrid, which is a cross between sativas and indicas, hybridization, pheno hunts. Wow. It goes all over the place. And your sativas become indicas, or two indicas become a sativa. Fucking calculus. Let me see. So this is great. This is great. I feel the energy of it mentally. Let me take this off for a second. I'm gonna let the head breathe. Let it breathe. Oh, okay. It's bright in here. And I've repositioned the light so that I don't go blind. At the end of the show, sometimes I'm just like, I just can't see anything. It's also because I'm really high. And I'm like, I just can't see anything. So this is a little bit easier. At least I can keep my eyes open. I get accused of being bloody stoned. It's gone. It's okay. I have a warm Coca-Cola here. There's nothing more fun than a warm Coca-Cola. Unless, of course, you're pouring it on your battery to clean your battery. That reminds me, I'm going to do that tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to build stairs. Hold on. I'm going to do some crazy shit. I'm building stairs. I am doing shit this weekend. I'm doing just a little bit of shit this weekend. I'm working and I'm not working. I'm working and I'm not working. Okay. But I am. And I'm not. But I am. Just a little bit. More social marketing. Warm Coca-Cola, not even Dr. Pepper. Warm Dr. Pepper, is at least somewhat tolerable. Warm Coca-Cola, it's not even warm. It's like yeah, a little cool. It's a little cool. It's a little cool. It's cooler than not. You just feel that. Okay, it doesn't feel terrible. Very bubbly. It's like if it's colder, it's not as bubbly. The warmer it gets, the more bubbly it becomes. That's a paradox. And actually, it's probably because the bubbles are cold, and then the smaller bubbles are more contained, as opposed to when they're warmer, maybe they're expanding more quickly. Probably not at all, but it sounded good. Okay. Well, now that I know there are people on InstaChacha, thank you. And I appreciate you watching. It shows me nothing. It shows me nothing, I tell you. Absolutely nothing. But it's okay, because I did feel energy from it, and I never gave up on InstaChacha this evening. Even though we almost lost it, we had a power train, and the phone was saying, "You've got moments until I shut down." Okay. Back over here. Hi, alternate reality. How you doing? My lot number ends in 865. Oh. Was that one of the numbers I said? If it was one of the numbers that I said, then you would have mine. And if not, then I'm going to save this. Or you need to go get more. Like, you need to go back and get like the other emerald apricot. Like, you need to do like a switcheroony. Be like, yo, listen. Just listen. Listen, Linda. You see this one? You see that? I want the other lot number. It's the other lot. It's the other lot. You got the other one. But listen, it's going to taste different. That one that you have is going to taste different. Like, you're going to have different, and you're going to get a different entourage. You want to photograph both. They're beautiful. Did I show the nuggies? I did show the nuggies. You saw how big and chunky it was. That was impressive. I love a big, beautiful nug like that. And when I cracked it open, that smell. All of Goldflower I've been so impressed with lately. I really have. More, and again, organics, living soil, this makes a big difference. It makes a difference in flavor, in smoke. Like, when I smoke it, I can taste. And when you don't taste false sweet, like sometimes you'll smoke a joint, it's like, it's so sweet. You're like, what the fuck is this? It's like so sweet. It's like molasses. I'll tell you what it is. It's probably a boost formula that they added into the plant before harvesting it. Maybe they didn't flush it. Oh, excuse me. I'm so here for this education. You're so here for this education. But look, those pheno hunts, that's what's exciting about it, because they're two different entirely. This is like so sativa. That one might be, it might lean more hybrid indica. And that's what's great about this. Look, when we used to get together in a smoke session, this is what it was about. When I used to get together with people and we would sit and smoke and talk and scream and yell and laugh, that's what I wanted to bring here to Highly Motivated. That's what I've missed. I've seen other things like try to recreate something, but not a smoke sesh, not a get together, not a hangout. And people at the smoke sesh, not everybody smoked. Not everybody toked. Some people like to consume them brownies. Now, brownies done right can be amazing, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful, because brownies are tasty. And if you consume them quickly, you're not chewing them down completely. You're like, just, you're like, I want more brownies. And now all these brownies are sitting, or that one brownie is sitting in your stomach. And it's kind of doing the wave. Like, hey, is it coming back around? It's coming back around. Hey. That's what your brownie's kind of doing. Little by little, it's releasing. And then it's like, wait, we got a lot here. You ready? Yeah! And then you're whoa. You feel like you're on a boat or something. You're like, this is not good. I tried standing up and I was like, yo. That's what brownies kind of do. So if they're done properly, they don't do that. If you make the butter and then you use the butter, to make cookies or brownies. Oh, now we've got some exciting things to do there, because now they're traveling on the fats, and those fats are being digested because they're decadent. So you don't eat decadent brownies, you consume them in a delicate manner with tea and scones. Just, no, maybe it's too much, it's too much. Okay, so moving on. Mm. Thank you for enduring whatever. Oh shit! What did I do that? What is that? Why do I make such a mess? How do I make such a mess like that? That's a big mess. I even cleaned shit today. Where did this all come from? Okay, just a mess. Just making a mess. Actually, I did before the show. Right before the show, I got in here. I ran in here. 2 minutes to spare. Got a little wet wipe, and I was like wiping down just like general area, and I'm picking it up, and I'm like, wow, I am messy. I am incredibly messy. Incredibly messy. I mean, if you saw the chaos that is, I've got prizes ready to go out that need to go out to King's Wish 420. Congratulations. To Major Fun Nugs over here, Major Nugs. He wants to meet personally. We're going to do it. And we need to look, King's Wish 420. If you hear me, send your details again. I haven't found them on the Insta Cha Cha, or I'm just not smart enough to find them. So maybe you sent them to the wrong person. He's followed the wrong person. He sent them their address. Someone's going to receive his address and be like, "What the fuck is this? What do you want something? I don't know what's going on." But we're going to keep trying to reach out to King's Wish 420 and let him know that I still have not received his information. And I know about Major Nugs. We're going to meet up eventually, and he's got a big prize set coming to him. And now the hat this evening to Don Frito Hater. Thank you for for bringing your new energy to the show. And look at that. You won. You won the one of one Oregonji hat. Again, let me show everybody. Okay. So I got more coming in. I've got like 3 more coming in, and we're going to give those away. I don't know. One of them is pretty fucking cool. They're all cool. They're all cool. But if one's coming in that I'm thinking is so fucking cool, I'm still going to give it away. I'm still giving it away because these are all demos and we can get more. I don't know. One of them is like fucking awesome. If it comes like I think it's going to be coming down here, I'm so excited for you. If you like Oregonji merchandise, I'm so excited. Okay. I think we were having a conversation about when I used to work in Colorado or in Colorado for some people, but this was like the Starbuds. Somebody once mentioned they were on the show. They're like, I work at Starbuds, or I used to work at Starbuds, and I hate Starbucks, but they're okay. They're good people. They're trying. But I can't remember. Safety first clip for your Twitch audience. A safety first clip. What is that? What for your Twitch audience? A safety first. What is that? I see Twitch Oregonji, spicy venomous deer Bible thumper. That is like I don't think that's me. I love it. A spicy venomous deer Bible thumper. Is that me? Is that supposed to be me? That is amazing. I don't know what that is. That sounds great. It sounds great. What is that? That's a safety. What is a safety first clip for your Twitch audience? I need a safety, like we're in a plane. You'll notice if you look to your immediate right and your immediate left, these are the exit signs. When shit hits the fan, we're going to turn to you and say, "Rip them open." No, I just clipped your stream, and it makes a random clip name, but it was you saying how to understand edibles and not overdo it. Oh, good. Well, I hope I don't remember any of it. I don't remember any of it, but I will. Oh, is that it? Is that? Oh, that's like in the tags of shit. Spicy venomous deer Bible thumper. I want to write it down almost. I almost love it that much. I'm. I don't. I'm just. How would you describe yourself? Honestly, I would describe myself as a spicy, venomous, deer Bible thumper, or a spicy, venomous deer Bible thumper. In just a few words. Okay. Anyways, whatever random generation that it did, fucking hysterical. I love it so much. I love it so much. Okay, moving on. But that's a safety first clip. That's awesome. I just clipped your stream. Yes, so your new Twitch followers can see the clips, and these are nuggets, won't be lost. They are there for you to build up. So that link. So when I end the show, I can. So Can you send me that link to my email? And the email, I'll just give the email because this is how close we all are. This is how close we all are. The email, my personal email. See, it's like I specify this is my personal email. By the way, accompanied with that, this is my PIN number. No, I'm not that high. I mean, I've been pretty high as a kid. I was growing up, and I was just like, huh. Indicas really have that kind of effect on you, and sativas change the whole mental. Yes, and it's also linked to your Twitch, so you can visit your page and view and share them. I really love that. How are you doing that? I'm like, how are you doing that? That's awesome. Um, so definitely send me a link to that to my email, unless it sends it to me. If it doesn't send it to me, I think it should. It should. But my email, if you want it, you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? You ready? Wait, can I type it? Can I type shit? Hold on a second. I'm gonna see if I can type shit. Can I? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna knock some shit down. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to knock some shit down. Wait, Major Nugs, can you send it to my? Can you send me a link to my Insta Cha, my Instagram, or somewhere else? Just want to help you share all this education. Grateful to help and spread the knowledge. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you very much. If there's ever a time I'm doing something, there's always time I'm trying to throw out education. But then there's a lot of distraction. Um, I'm glad this wasn't the one I was giving away. Okay, we'll just put that over there for a moment. I really love to talk about everything cannabis. But then I feel like I start to get overly technical. And I want to keep it so simple that we see it all together. The other day, I got a question, and somebody asked me, how do we use cannabis and to help directly with things like Parkinson's? It's so hard to hear when people get a Parkinson's diagnosis. And sometimes the last resort, really, for them, they feel is cannabis. But instead, I feel it's a beginning. I feel you open yourself up to cannabis tea. We did it on the other show. We spoke about tea. Tea is ancient medicine. Tea is so important that it opens a world for you. Tea goes back more than 2,000 years. So I said, if you want to start working with Parkinson's, you need to start reactivating neurons. You need to start reactivating the brain, the body. And do you know where all of that starts? In your stomach. People are like, all right, Oren, you're full of shit. I'm like, okay. But your stomach controls everything. It controls your mind, your body, your energy, everything. So we start right there. And we're starting with strains that are high in THCV, Durban poison, Thai cannabis, Thai chocolate. There's some beautiful strains out there. High in THCV, the extended hydrocarbon. Isn't that something else? The extended hydrocarbon. That changes everything. It regulates insulin levels in the body. How could a cannabinoid do that? Well, it's because it reacts directly with the body. And when you're doing a tea, you're doing a partial decarboxylation, and you're getting the acidic value, the THCA, the CBDA, the CBGA, mother of all cannabinoids, before it turns into THC or before it actually decarboxylates. She's activated around 200 degrees. 250, cannabis decarboxylates into THC and 450 different cannabinoids as well. Amazing. So tea is ancient. Tea is real. Tea is how you help. And Parkinson's, you make tea. And the other night we made tea. We showed you how to do it. Incredible stuff. Remember, you use honey. I had an amazing tea. I was using the RSO Plus from Goldflower. This is a sativa RSO. This was a sativa tea. This was a sativa tea. Plus, we had Durban Poison in there, which Durban Poison, high in THCV. So double Durban is naturally high in THCV, like 12%. It's amazing. So that tea was a powerhouse. That tea that we made the other night, magic. I got off the show. I ended up completing a few things. I was kind of here. I was there. I was feeling fantastic. Got one of the best sleeps I've had in a long time. That's a big deal. I don't sleep too good. I woke up the next day really feeling refreshed. Got out of bed and I stood right up and I threw my back out. That's what I get for. No, but I'm feeling better now. Now I'm feeling better, except for this arm. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this arm. My right arm, it's like, hey, done. I'm like, what do you mean you're done? What is this done bullshit? Tried opening. Look, I got strong grip. I can open shit up. Tried doing it the other day. I was like, what's going on? I look at the arm like, what the fuck is happening? So I think that's like a warning sign that I need to get back in shape. It's not even about getting back in shape. It's getting mind, body, soul together. Like, look, I should take my wife's advice and stretch. I should move a little bit. I'm going to do that this weekend, though. I'm going to kind of keep the body rocking and rolling. I've got a lot of things to complete. Last weekend, I completed a lot, I think, or it was the weekend before, or the weekend before. I feel like recently I completed shit. Finishing off this emerald apricot banana whatever cross. Dominic, welcome! And Troublesome Red, welcome to Highly Motivated. Good to have you here on the show. On a Friday Seshy Sesh. If you were here just a few moments ago, we just gave away the first of its kind origami embroidered. Look at that, black on black trucker hat. Troublesome Red, if you would have won this, I would have sent it directly to you. Dominic, if you would have seen this and been here and won, you could have won. Tonight's drawing was very few people, but we drew like an hour and 45 minutes into the show. We did. So again, that's the first of its kind. It's a one of one, or one of three. It's a one of three designs or one of four designs that we're going to be giving away on the show so that you all have something super personalized. Isn't that a great logo? That is fantastic. I love that. So anyways, that's the origami logo. It's the one of one hat. Yo, it's the one of one hat. And then I've got another one coming in. Look, you're going to love some of these ones coming. They're poofy embroidering. Poofy. And then I've recently found an amazing hat that should be we're going to do many different hats. We're going to do many different hats. We're on a journey because I don't wear hats and I do wear hats. When I'm out in the sun and I'm in and out of the car. And these days you have to be observant. Look, the sun is incredibly hot. And when I shave my head, there's not much protection between me and the radiation. Not like I can use any more radiation to the brain. No, I'm fine. Oh, okay. Just a little bit of stretch. I don't know what that was, good or bad, but something happened. Okay. All right. So anyways, hats are a big deal. And I have some hats coming in similar to this that say origami, but not in this typeset. Something else much more standard. I don't want to be fancy. And then my non-fanciness turned into something just, I don't know. And then we got the logo coming again, but it should be much larger and poofy and larger and poofy. And if it comes in looking like I'm thinking it's going to be looking, I'm pretty excited. You should be pretty excited if you want some good organji swag. I don't know where the voice came from. I mean, I know it was there. It was like waiting to come out somewhere. And I don't even know what voice that is. The mini Sherlock is fire. Yeah, tonight we also gave away the mini Sherlock, the smallest Sherlock in history. And if it's not the smallest, I want to see smaller. It's a one hitter. It's usable. It is usable. And if you know of a smaller Sherlock, look at that. Look how tiny. If you know of some smaller Sherlocking going on, look, size comparison. Look at my ear. Look at the ear and look at the Sherlock. It is so tiny, but it's usable. Anyways, Don Frito Hater won it. And if he doesn't reach out, in the next like 2 weeks, we're going to put it back on the rotation of giving shit away. And King's Wish, I need your address. I'm holding out for you. I'm holding out. I know it's like Australia. I've been working a bit on my Australian accent. I think I'm getting a bit better. Right. There we go. You just got to stay within this. Righty. Okay. I have to get an attitude. I have to get an Australian attitude, and then I get the accent. It's like with the English, you've got to have a bit of an attitude. It's like the French. The French have got a fucking attitude. And if the French have got a fucking attitude, it goes into the way they fucking talk. Same with the English. It depends which English I'm talking about. I might morph into something else. That's frightening. That's frightening even for me. I don't even know where the hell it's going. But it's got a lot of attitude behind it, so you want to just let it out. Let it out. It's like, it's, I guess, character creation. It's language creation. I learn people through what I've heard and what I've seen. And it comes out in speech, in patterns, in mannerisms. That's language. That's exciting. Listening to people talk, and sometimes they're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like I'm standing close and just kind of, like I think at the grocery store, I'm pushing through the grocery store and I'm listening to people's conversations. I mean, I'm not like creeping. I'm shopping and shit. And if they're talking fucking loud, then I'll stop shopping as much and listen. Just wanting to be part of the energy, see what's fucking happening. Just not to interrupt it, but to feel the energy of people, to see the mannerisms, the actions, the decisions. And I move on. I keep shopping. Like today, there was a very powerful couple. The woman ended up just dominating the guy. He was a big guy too. He was like 6 foot something, broad shoulders. Had a good, seemed like a big teddy bear kind of guy. And he's just kind of pushing the cart. And by the way, anytime I do an impression of anybody, sorry, not sorry. If you ever meet that person, you'll be like, oh, fuck yeah, spot on. Spot on. So I think I started stretching too much. I'm activating too much of the body. Oh, it could be my back. Hold on a second. Let me just. I'll put the smoky down for a moment. I've got a lot of sativa running through the body. Oh, maybe too much sativa. Too much sativa just barreling through my soul. I do feel that. I feel right now very racy. I don't know what my heart is, but it feels like shit's beating fast. But that's okay. Look, it's pumping blood through the body. Don't be afraid of it. Breathe it in. Let it work and let it make its magic. Being a part of cannabis is not just smoking it. It's letting yourself open to it. It's accepting the medicine. It's accepting the healing that it's capable of doing. I spoke to this one cat when I used to do a call center many, many moons ago. Many moons ago, like 8 years ago in the industry, like pretty much 8 years here in Florida. Here in Florida, I was working a call center for cannabis for questions for a specific company that I was working for. And this older cat called, and he was like, "Now listen, listen, listen. Before we get into this damn conversation, I've been waiting to talk to somebody, and nobody's damn called me back." I'm like, "Sir, you know there's like six people talking to, oh, I don't know." And at the time, I want to say it was like 200,000 people in the state of Florida. There wasn't a lot, and it grew exponent. I mean, it grew fast. There was even less than that. It was just there were so few in the beginning, and then it just grew out of nowhere. It was wildfire. And we're talking about the medical program here in the state of Florida. So, anyways, this guy's like, "Listen, before we really get into things, I want to let you know I've had a lot of issues, a lot of surgeries. I've been on pain medication for I don't know, 50 years." I'm like, "Oh, okay, maybe 60." And I'm just letting you know that I really don't have many other options, and I have to use this cannabis shit. So you see that right there? Already has the attitude towards it. He's calling it that cannabis shit. Those are people that are not open minded towards cannabis. And I'll tell you, I'm just not. I don't know. I don't know. So, anyways, I've been on it. I've been on it for like 3 months. 3 months now, and nobody's telling me shit. And so I went to one of these dispensaries and I picked stuff up. And he goes, "You get this, you get this, and you get this." And so I'm just using all of it. And I'm just getting high. I'm just high. I mean, I'm not even really high. I'm just high. And I have to take naps. I'm not hungry. I don't know what the hell's going on. So what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, "Well, first, let go of everything that you thought about cannabis." And he was like, "All right, it's fucking who we do." I'm like, "No, shut up." And people in the call center kind of stopped talking. I'm like, "Stop with all this anger and animosity." I go, "Look, you have to unlearn to relearn cannabis. You have to unlearn to relearn. Forget everything you knew." I grew up growing and understand, not growing. I know somebody who grew, and all experiences come from knowing and hearing and anything like that. Nothing I've done personally. There you go. You're welcome. Any more disclaimers I could throw in there? I should, and I should. I don't know what they are, but we should. That being said, I know somebody who grew, and I thought I knew a lot. I thought I knew stuff, but I didn't really know anything about THC. I knew smell, I knew taste, I knew bud structure, I knew development. I knew you could cross this with this and we might get something really fucking great or it might be shit. Um, so I thought I knew shit and I didn't. And when I started to unlearn cannabis and totally relearn it, there's some craziness going on out there. Okay. So I literally had to unlearn and relearn everything I ever knew. I had to I had to learn that cannabis is for healing. And when we smoke it, you know, we're burning off all the beneficial cannabinoids. We're burning out all the medication. So we want to heal and we have to do it differently. I had to go back to ancient medicine and making tea, eating it raw. Look, I learned that Bruce Lee didn't smoke a joint, but he ate raw cannabis to resettle his stomach, to restabilize his endocannabinoid system. So everything seems okay. Everything okay out there? Okay, everything seems fine out there. So, anyways, um, so no, I had to unlearn and relearn everything. So this guy, okay, so I was getting sidetracked. Crazy sounds going on behind me. I mean, it was like a racetrack. There's a road, but it's a good distance. But whatever that sounded like, it was like right outside and like right behind me. And I'm like, holy shit, that is really close. So this guy was like, look, he was already closed-minded towards it. I told him to shut up. I said, stop. I go, you are your own worst enemy. You are destroying your experience with cannabis. He's like, what are you talking about? What are you, because sometimes people need to be told to shut up. He goes, what are you talking about? And I'm like, listen, I go, cannabis is how you enter into it, how you open up to it. If you are closing your soul to the healing potential of cannabis, then your body's going to work against you. Your mind is making your body work against you because you don't believe in it or you're not giving it the opportunity. Your body's not going to give it the opportunity. So what you're doing, you're just getting high. You're just getting, it's throwing your system off because your system's trying to heal while you are fighting it. You are stopping it. You are relying on those pain medications, and those pain medications are going to get you nowhere. So I said, open your heart to cannabis, open your mind to the possibilities. Oh, I suppose I should. I should. Why? All right. All right. All right. So tell me how to use it. Tell me something easy. Tell me something easy because everybody's fucking telling me this and telling me that. And they're like, look, you could use it in so many different ways, but you got to layer this and layer. I don't want to do all that. Look, for years I've been taking a pill. For years I've been taking a pill. And I take a couple of pills and a couple more pills. And that's how I understand. So understand cannabis. How? So I said, okay, we got to break it down. Where is your pain? Where is your problem? What worries you or is, dealing, what are you dealing with the most? I've got arthritis. My hands really hurt. My knees hurt. My feet hurt. I'm dealing with like pressure and I don't have any energy. Um, I at night, restless leg. So you hear it's a nerve issue. You see that? You hear that he's having maybe some bone pressure. He's standing on his feet. You find out what's going on. Are you retired? Are you still working? No, I'm retired. I'm retired. I'm old. I walk a lot. I try to do a lot. But really, I feel hurt at like everywhere sometimes. So his arthritis was also keeping him up. His restless leg was keeping him up. You want to know after all that was said and done, we got him on a sativa tincture. Sativa. The guy ended up loving it. He was like, look, this changed my life. Look, I'm up in the morning, I'm doing shit. The tincture. Now, keep in mind, the regimen that I put this guy on, I go, every single day, you take a little quarter dropper. And this is an older cat now. He's like, okay, every single day. I'm like, now, if you wake up and you feel fantastic and your bones feel oiled, the reason he was also doing the tincture because it was MCT, so medium chain triglycerides, coconut oil. The reason of that, because again, it helps add good fats to the body. It adds good fats to the body, which also help with arthritis. It helps with cushioning of the knees and of the body as a whole. So he's taking this dropper every day, a quarter. And if he wakes up in a day and he just doesn't feel like it, he takes nothing. If he feels it more and he's got more pain, that quarter dropper turns into a half a dropper. Now he takes that half a dropper, he should feel pretty good. If he needs to take an extra quarter of the dropper later on in the day, will it affect his sleep? No, because the sativa helps calm restless leg. So I have restless leg syndrome. And at night, I lay down. Whenever I lay down, which is sometimes very late, and I'll lay there, and no matter what, I've got a twitch in my leg. It's moving around. It's like, get the fuck out of here. What is going on? I'm laying down with my eyes shut. I'm just like, fucking A. It's like the leg's moving. It's bouncing. It's pissing people off. So I get up, and it ends up pissing me off, and it's just crazy because it'll itch crazy in places where it'll burn. But that could be like fibromyalgia, that could be like neuropathy, it could be like idiopathy. I don't know. Idiopathy. So I get up and I will smoke a sativa. I will smoke a joint, a sativa, like late at night. And people are like, "Are you crazy? What are you doing?" I'm like, "No, I'm quelling the problem. I am fixing the issue so I can go back to sleep." And what fixes the issue is not all sativas, but Durban Poison is great. Mount Hood Magic is great. Emerald Apricot is great. And those I can recommend because those are what I've used. I've also used some others. Blue Dream. I've always liked Blue Dream and um, love Blue Dream. Blue Dream but it's got to be. Look, I just had it by So Fresh from Goldflower. It was good. It didn't look like it. It didn't look right. I mean, it looked okay. It looked good. It looked good. Like it looked pretty good. It tasted great though. It tasted like a Blue Dream. And I felt pretty interestingly high as such. Interestingly high as such. Let me see, I don't want to lick it where it's broken. Good. Okay. But that being said, this older cat, it ended up working for him so well. He was on an excellent regimen and he started going to different things. He tried edibles or gummies. He wasn't crazy about the gummies. He'd call in, "You call it tastes like shit and I want something that tastes good." I'm like, "No, you don't. Because if it tastes good, then you're going to eat another and another. You just need to eat what you need." The tastes back then when they first came out were very distillate like. The taste was very fake-ish. Just, everybody was dialing in the flavors and things like that at the beginning of the medical market here in Florida 8 years ago, that they were testing things on people, really. Flavors and terpenes and entourage effects. We were really adding a lot of that stuff in later on. And I remember people calling in, "These things taste terrible." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's going to work. Cut it up in little pieces and take a little piece of it," because sometimes the gummies were just too strong. They were feeling like they were more than 10 milligrams. So I had patients take one gummy and cut it, down the middle twice, so it's in fours. And that way they could take a quarter of it and then take another quarter of it if it feels right. That way, just in case some of the early medication was too strong. There was a lot of work that I did early on with the senior community and teaching them how to accept cannabis mentally and open up their lives to it. And that made me stay in this industry. That made me stay on the medical side, teaching people about how you can use cannabis. That's why I do the show. So people see me smoking. They see the effects that it has on me. I do a Puffco Proxy, okay, which is concentrates but very low heat. And you see what happens to me. Sometimes it's fantastic. Sometimes, it's really fantastic. Actually, I've never really had an issue. Maybe once I gave myself a headache because whatever I was smoking was just too sativa. You can give yourself a headache by too much of a good thing can be too much. And especially in concentrates, don't do too much. Do just enough. If you're doing too much, it's a lot for your body to digest. It's a lot for your body to assimilate. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overwhelm your body. Look, I love cannabis. I love everything about it. And I love the education. Oh, one story. This I call her a young lady. Young lady. She was like 90, she was 97, 97 years old. And she calls me and she's like, "Okay, listen, my husband, he died." I'm like, "Oh, my condolences." And she goes, "Well, he died like 5 years ago." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And she goes, "But I was taking care of him for years and I didn't sleep. And since then, I really haven't slept." First thing you hear from the customer, they haven't slept. Their reason for getting into cannabis, number one, is sleep. So then you find out, she's like, "All right, and I've been on lots of pain medication," and she listed off quite a few very serious ones. Tramadol, Percocet, um, and her doctors were taking everything away from her. everything, like 30 years of serious pain meds, and they're taking it all away. Now, and she's like, and she's taking all this shit to go to sleep. And the reason everything really is happening, it's about sleep, and it's about her body deteriorating, it's about the arthritis. So I said, okay. I go, you're gonna have to believe in cannabis. She goes, I don't have a fucking choice. I'm going to believe in it. I'm gonna be all about it. You tell me how to use it, young man, and I'm gonna use it. We're gonna make this shit work. And it's moments like that where people, they see it, but now you educate them. Now you show them, okay, well, here's what we're going to do. Let's start with the tea. She's like, what the hell are you talking about? I love tea though. Listen now, I love tea. So she made a tea at least twice a week using raw bud. And she got really used to that and she loved it, but she needed more. Her body was still in a lot of pain. So we ended up putting her again at the time on a tincture. It was a flavorless tincture, and it was more of an indica during the day. Her muscles were giving her a lot of problems, and because she was very high strung, even for 97 years old, I wanted to start slowing her down. Now, when I say slow her down, getting the body already relaxed for a really good deep sleep. Now, first few nights she wasn't sleeping good. Next few nights she's not sleeping great, but she's sleeping better. And little by little, the sleep started to get better. But she needed more, and she wanted to be a little more active during the day. So we ended up putting her on a regiment. And it ended up starting with a little bit of sativa tincture in the morning in her coffee. In her coffee, because she loved her coffee and she didn't want to taste it because she hated the oiliness of the tincture. So, you know how people put butter in the coffee and it can make it smooth and beautiful? This made her coffee smooth and beautiful. So she would drink her sativa in the morning, late afternoon. For her, late afternoon, I think it was like 4 o'clock. And that's pretty late afternoon. She would actually take, I think, I don't know, I can't remember how much. It wasn't a lot. It was like a quarter dropper of an indica. And then an hour before bed, she'd do another quarter dropper. And then we got gummies, we got chocolates. The industry started changing, and I was able to offer her more products. In the beginning, she was like, look, I'm in a wheelchair. I can't get out of the wheelchair long. All I really want is, look, I want to sleep, and I want to garden, and I want to go on a fucking cruise. I'm like, I want to send you on a fucking cruise. You need to go on one. So people put butter in their coffee. Listen, instead of cream. I've seen, and I've tried it. I've taken a strong coffee, like an espresso. I take a nice espresso, and I take a little bit, not like a lot of butter, not a lot of butter, but a nice butter, not like a shitty butter. You don't want a shitty butter. You want like a nice, like, if you, I wouldn't I'd do an unsalted, do unsalted, but butter adds a certain umami. I didn't believe in it either. I did not believe in it, but butter in the coffee. I wouldn't do it all the time. I'd do it. I'd do it once in a blue moon. I'd be like, yeah, you can fucking put butter in your coffee. Look, and I'd put butter in my coffee. But it's actually King's Wish. He's here. King's Wish 420. I just want to let you know. Welcome. Highly motivated. I need your address. I need your address because if you sent it on InstaChacha, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Maybe you sent it to somebody else, and now he has your address, and he's looking at it going, what? What? I'm going to send him some shit. Let me see. Now, I'm sorry. I live in New Zealand. We snobs, with our coffee, only thing we use other than father milk to make it smoother is honey. Now, honey in the coffee is delicious. But if you've never had butter, it's a life changer. I'm bloody telling you, it's for a coffee snob, it is very nice. It can't be cold, it's got to be warm. It's got to be hot coffee. Hot coffee, and just don't put anything else in it first. If like you like a dark espresso, but you want it just a hair creamier, a hair different, A good butter, a good Irish butter. Unless New Zealand has got good butter, you got good father milk. You should have some good father butter, some father milk butter, some father milk butter. Don't do the salted. I ain't do the salted. Be a daredevil. It's like salted caramel. Be a pioneer. Try the salted. Try the unsalted first, and then try the salted. I can't remember which one it was. I want to say it was unsalted that I tried it. And it was good. It was good. It was like that first sip, you're like, you don't want it to be good. It's butter. But that first sip is like, oh, okay. I'm going to drink this. But I'm probably not going to talk about it too much at the table. We're all going to drink this. Does it still have me as me here? Does it still have me as me here? Fattier milk to make it smoother. Let me see. Does it still have me here? Who? I don't know. I don't. Now, it could be anybody. Wait a second. It says LinkedIn user. It says LinkedIn user. And who is it? Because last time, I was like, is it Liz? Is Liz gracing us with her presence? I'm highly motivated. Everybody, welcome to Highly Motivated. Hey, all right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome from the Insta Cha-Cha, even though I can't see anybody or comments or even know that there's even anybody there. I'm still giving you guys the everything. Congratulations again to this evening's winner, which is Don Frito Hater. Please send me a message again. It is Liz. Hey, welcome to the show. Let me see. Troublesome Red says, no, not going to happen. That just makes me feel icky, even thinking about it. What, butter in your coffee? Liz, you ever try butter in your coffee? Anybody ever try that? Butter in your coffee. Instead of cream, a little bit of butter. A good butter, a good Amish butter, a good whipped butter. Oh, a good butter. I don't know why I'm French all of a sudden, but you start talking about cheese and butter. Oh, this is life. Life, I tell you. Absolutely delicious. Yes, I did. Absolutely. I got it. But yeah, butter and coffee is quite delicious, I tell you. And of course, you've got to keep your mind open to things. You can't be so closed-minded about things, I tell you. But that's, look, cannabis, and that was my origins in the medical market. It was something that I couldn't give to my mother, and because the Texas market does not allow anything cannabis in the medical field, so radiation is what she had to go through. But now moving here to Florida, I moved here so I can help. So I can be part of the medical side of it, and I can educate patients. And originally it was the call center, and it's one at a time, one at a time. And then I started doing outreach for this one company. And again, it's still one at a time, one at a time. I mean, sometimes you reach on the call center, maybe I could reach 20 to 100 people in a day. And in person, maybe sometimes the same numbers. At festivals, there were more. But really getting through to them and getting good education across. Most of the things you tell people out at a festival, it's going to go through one ear, right out through the other. They're going to hear THC, THC, CBD, and they'll be like, all right, I got it. Yeah. So I wanted more of an impact. And I was working on a podcast. What was the name? I'm trying to remember the name of this. It was like a network, and they had many channels, and I'd go live on their network, and I did that for like a year or so, and that was my introduction to the podcasting. Which initially doing it, I had no clue. I would just be like, "Hey, everybody, okay." Wow, let's talk about the news. We're going to talk about the news. We'll talk about the current events. And I mean, it really started until you got comfortable. And now I can just talk about anything. I can talk about anything for a very long period of time. If I needed to filibuster I could filibuster a filibuster. I could take that filibuster to a place so far with so many facts about things that are probably not even true. No, that's not true. I have a vast knowledge of things, and for some reason, they decide to come out during podcasts sometimes, which is great. I'll say things and I won't remember what I say, and I'll go back to it later and be like, oh my God, that's what I was talking about. So, anyways, we talked about the old lady. Oh my God, she beat my ass if I said that. So, 97 years old. It took us, I don't know, it was like 6 months almost 6 months of talking to her to really find her regiment, her comfort levels, her happiness. And when we found that, so I want to say she called like a few months later. She went on a cruise, and she also started gardening again. And she's been sleeping incredibly well, and she's feeling great. She's feeling rejuvenated. So I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And then months later, I was like sitting here thinking one day about her. I'm like, what's happened? What's happened to that patient? Of course, no names, nothing like that. I'm like, what's happened to that patient? I hope she's doing great. She calls back. I wasn't there, but she left a message saying that she's going on more cruises. She's active, she's meeting people, she's sleeping, she's gardening, she's loving life. That was everything. And that made me so happy inside. That made me, one person you can help. One person, you make a difference. One person. And now hopefully I can reach more people and I can help more people in that same way. And that's what brings me joy. That's what brings me happiness. Because if anything that I say about aliens or AI or the government, oh, I get a little emotional. When talking about the older lady, I get very emotional because I hope she's still kicking it. She would be rather old at this point. That was like 7 years ago, 6 7 years ago in the industry. 7 years ago. So she's 7 years older, and I'm quite sure she's still something I would love to find out. I would love to hear from her. And if she's still alive, I'm gonna be like, holy shit, people, everybody get on her fucking regiment. Everybody do what she's doing. And so, but the last message I'd gotten is that she's feeling great. And that meant the world to me. And that said, okay, yes, this is why I'm doing this. I'm making money. I mean, I'm paying bills. And back then, not really. Holy shit. There was like, oh, for years we struggled from paycheck to paycheck because the cannabis industry pays so little. And in the call center, what you're actually making is so bad because I had to drive like an hour plus to get to work because it was cannabis, and I wanted to be in cannabis so badly here in Florida. I wanted to help people, so I drove an hour plus every day not having gas money and we were really stretching it. Really, I stretched. And then there was so much shit we didn't have for the kids. I didn't have for this. There was a holiday that we were supposed to get a bonus and they didn't give a bonus. And unnamed, I'm not going to name the people even though I probably should, but I'm not going to name the cannabis company, and no bonuses, no nothing. 2 years in a row, 3 years in a row, no bonus, no pay raise, no bonus. And I struggled. Solid 3 years plus, 4 years plus, 5 years plus, 5 solid years of struggle. Um, Same fucking company. Holy shit. You know something? Now I'm angry. When I quit from the company. When I quit the company, I left them a letter to make sure they never rehire me. I let them know what I was feeling, and I felt hurt. I felt betrayed. Anyways, we're not going to get into that shit. So I struggled for a long time and still struggle. I mean, when I say that, it's always smart to save, save, save. Don't purchase on credit card. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. Really think out actions. Do I really need it? Is this something that I'm programmed to buy? Is this something I want to buy? Is this something I've been influenced to buy? And then look around you in your life and go, do I actually need it? Do I need it? Do I want it? Sometimes it's impulse. We can break back that impulse and actually read it and see it and know that maybe we don't need it or want it. Maybe it's just another piece of shit or crap that we're going to drop in a corner somewhere. Look, I had this. Okay, we're not gonna, it's another big topic. I'm not going to necessarily get into it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It was okay. So I'm not sure if I can find it. It was really wild stuff. So I was questioning about flow and frequency, and I was feeling fantastic today. And then I was like, but as I looked around, okay, and I don't want to get dark, everything is branding. Everything is crap. Everything is the same. Everything is just stuff. Just stuff. Like we overload ourselves with stuff. And I don't know. I'm not trying to be dark and drab. I'm trying to be realistic and real. And sometimes we just don't need things. Like you go to the mall and you walk through the place and you look at it and you're like, do I actually need anything here? Do I? Or am I just buying it because it's on TV, or I'm buying it because an influencer has it? Like I read a comment the other day that they really liked this one singer, and she's got a cup coming in at a, oh, this is beautiful. She has a cup coming to Dunkin', and this lady went to Dunkin' and waited for a long time, and the cup wasn't there. And when can she come back to get this? Because she really loves Sabrina Carpenter. That's what it was. And I'm like, oh, okay, but it's just stuff, and we collect so much stuff. Like sometimes I remember before I got rid of everything, and I got rid of everything because we ended up selling everything in the house, even the house, and whatever we wanted to keep, we threw in storage. And we bought an RV, sold the house, and traveled the country, and then settled here in Florida because the truck I was driving didn't have enough room for because my wife was pregnant, and we were like, oh shit, we need to stop traveling. So we stopped here in Florida. I said, look, the weather is great. The fuck was I thinking? But it has a climate for work. If you want to work here in Florida, and if you're an ingenuitive individual, you will make money. If you see opportunity, you will make money. You just got to get out there and get it. And sometimes it's a little far. If you live out in the country, you better be handy, damn it. Ooh, I was cleaning this off and ooh, this smells nice. We're just gonna heat this up right now. Boom, boom. Okay. So it looks like tonight it's a joint or two, it's a dab or three. It's a party to me. But again, it's low heat. I've got this on super low heat because I want to taste it. I want that entourage to last for a while. I don't want it just to overfill this cup. And I feel I can heighten it just a little bit. Like just a little bit more. I'm waiting for it to buzz. When it buzzes, it's ready. Ooh, it buzzed. Ooh, I can smell it. It's nice. Inhale, exhale. You don't have to hold it in. You don't have to do a big one either. If you do little ones, there's a long session. When it starts getting kind of harsh and heavy, that's when you know it's been a long session. Okay, let me put that down. A lot to process, a lot to assimilate. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about, but welcome again, Liz. Let me see. Yeah, I used to have butter in my coffee and MCT oil. It was actually really good, but now it kind of upsets my stomach. You hear that, troublesome red? Other people have done the butter. The butter in the coffee is not to be like atrocious. You're not to be like, oh my God. But actually, no, I do understand because my English family, a bit coffee snobs, and my father, very much so, a coffee snob. He loves his coffee, and he won't put shit like that in his coffee. Don't bloody touch it. Don't upset the bean. It takes on those bloody bad vibes, son. The bloody hell are you talking about? If he called and we asked him, listen, you ever put butter in your coffee? Shut that, son. No, bloody, I can't. I can't think, son. I'm not feeling well. I'll put some heavy cream. I'll put some bloody clotted cream. I'll put clotted cream in it, but I'm not going to put any bloody butter. Now, clotted cream is pretty much butter. Clotted cream is so delicious. So delicious. It is. Oh, if you've never had the clotted cream on like a pie, like a hot pie, I'll just stop. I'll stop. It's very nice on top of like berries. Shut up, I tell you. Like you do like blueberries and some clotted cream and maybe like a little, I don't know, a little bit of custard. I'm getting so excited. But I'm not going to eat tonight. I'm not, look, other than drinking this very warm Coca-Cola, when this show is done, I will drink nothing. I will brush the teeth to get the sugar off. I will eat nothing tonight. I will not eat again until 3, maybe 3 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going to be doing the fasting. That is what is happening. I take it as you will. All right, okay. The reality is, will I actually do it? Oh, I don't know. I went shopping. I went shopping. And when I go shopping, I get the got cheese. The got cheese. It's not just cheese, it's cheese. There's 2 different types that you have to pick up. But I get the got cheese. I get many beautiful cheeses. Good mozzarella, I'm just saying, the nice one, you pull it apart, Not the shredded shit. Don't do this to yourself. Do mozzarella, make it yourself. But no, I don't have time. I got some very nice salmon. Oh, this salmon, it's thick, it's gigantic, it's very nice. I'm not going to cook that this evening, though. I'm going to smoke that. Oh, I'm going to smoke that. It's going to be absolutely delicious. When I say delicious, we talked about it once before. My technique at smoking salmon all comes down to the bloody marinade. You've got to do it overnight. But only one night, because any longer than that, then it eats all the sinew, eats all the fats. I'm talking about food. I'm hungry, obviously. I'm not going to eat, though. There's some cookies, some really nice cookies, and ice cream. And my daughter will pretend that she is asleep, but I'll come out there and then she'll be like, ha, hey, Dad, surprise. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, ice cream? I'm like, shh, no, shh. You'll wake your mother. She will hear the word ice cream and be coming out like, what is this? What? No, you don't need that. Yeah, probably ice cream. No. I have to tell myself no. I have to tell my mind no. As much as I want, I don't need. I don't need it. And if you don't, then it gets easier. So you want to try the fasting thing every so often. I keep trying it. I suck. I really do. I've been doing pretty good, like between the hours of sleep. So while sleeping, I fast fantastically. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I get up because I always get up in the morning and I look at the refrigerator. I'm like, no, it looks so much different at night. Or it's when I nibble on at night and I forget. And then I wake up the next day and I look at the refrigerator. I'm like, oh, I have to go shopping. But this time I didn't get junk food. I got healthy shit. I got quinoa. quinoa. Oh, I've got jasmine rice, I tell you, yeah. Jasmine rice! Some hummus. We got some vegetables. No, just a bunch of stuff. And got cheese. Oh, got the cheese, very nice. And they got this truffle dip. Truffle. It's good on everything. That shit is good on everything. You put it on eggs, it's gonna transform your damn eggs. I made a shakshuka. You ever make a shakshuka? Let me tell you about the shakshuka. So shakshuka is eggs and tomato. I mean, you want to keep it easy, right? Well, that's easy. But it's Middle Eastern style eggs and tomato. So here's the trick. You get a big saucepan, one that you can put inside the oven. All right? That's the trick. You start this on the thingamabobby, the grip, the damn it, on top of the oven, whatever the hell that stove is. Stove! So you start on top of the stove and you put tomato, crushed tomatoes, Roma tomatoes. You put maybe 2 or 3 different types of tomatoes, maybe a little bit of tomato paste, maybe a lot more tomato paste, maybe a little bit of tomato sauce, and you get a nice rotif going. My mama used to call it rotif. I don't know why we got a country accent right now. Just go with it. All right. This is my homage to people with a country accent. I don't know where it's going, and I'm just rolling with it at the moment. So, okay. So, anyways, saucepan, tomatoes, crushed, tomato paste, a little bit of sugar, not too much. Don't go crazy. You're gonna put in your spices and your peppers, and you're gonna let that cook for a while on its own. Nothing else in there. When that starts to look pretty delicious and pretty fluid and gorgeous, and you've got a sauce that you taste and go, this is my sauce. And you got your own things. You put a little thyme, a little bay leaf, take that shit out, a little bit of flavor, whatever. Basil's lovely. Don't go too nuts. Now, you got a nice, I call it rotef, a nice stew of tomato cook in a nice big pan. Then you're going to make some wells, like little wells, like you take a spoon and just move away some sauce and tomatoes. Leave some chunky bits in there, like good chunky tomatoes. And maybe some good crushed garlic. Oh, a little bit of crushed garlic right in there. Something fresh. Let it stew. Let it change. Maybe some good chunky onions, if you like onions. If you don't, put onions anyways. So anyways, make some wells and you're going to crack an egg right into those, one into each well, and make a few wells where they're kind of all over the pan, but they're not touching each other. And in the center of this pan, you're going to put a wheel of brie, or like a double cream camembert, a double cream camembert, or a nice double cream, or even a triple cream brie. Oh, shut up. Naughty you are. Naughty. So anyways, now what I like to do, I like to cut the top of it off very thin. I like to leave a little bit of the skin of the brie, the outside natural mold. It's edible, it's fine, it doesn't taste like anything really. But I like to take off the top of it. And I like to leave the rest of it as the mold or as the structure so that as it melts in the center, it, like a dog, it doesn't go all over the place. So you have this big pan, lots of tomato, put the triple cream, double cream, camembert, or brie in the center. Take off the top, just a little bit, just enough, just enough. And then you make wells and crack your eggs, and then you season each one of those eggs really quickly with a little bit of salt, and just put them all in there. Okay. Don't cover it. Do not cover it. You want the heat. Now, you're thinking you're on the stovetop. What do you mean you want the heat? You already preheated your oven now to 400 degrees. You preheated your oven to 425. Do it to 420. Preheat your oven to 420. Preheat the oven to 420 degrees. Take it off the stovetop and bloody place it in the oven just as it is. Now you just cracked the eggs. Remember, the sauce is hot. It's already cooking it from the bottom. But you just cracked those eggs. You just seasoned them. Put it in the oven. Put it in the oven. Now the cheese is cooking from the top and the bottom and the sides. Now I would say maybe cook it like this, because you don't want the eggs to be solid. You want the eggs to be runny because you want them to break up in the sauce, and that's going to be absolutely flipping delicious. So I would say I would leave it in the oven at least 8 minutes. 8 minutes, but watch it. 8 minutes, but look at it. Look at it through the window the entire time. Like right there, be there by the window and be like, look for solidity. You don't want solidity, you want liquidity. So if you feel like it's been too long, take it out. So if it's been 6 minutes, take it out. Or or if you really want to get daring with this, okay, because the eggs will cook pretty quickly, put it on broil. So after you crack the eggs, make sure you got it on broil. That means it's going to get hot from the top. So it's like 500 degrees. And that's when the top of the inside of the oven heats up. So don't put it as high as possible. Put it on the lowest rung. Put it on the lowest rung. Put it in there. Maybe 5 minutes. Not even. You watch it close. I would say 4 minutes. You take that out. The cheese now has a little bit of a beautiful crust creating, and it's all melting and soft all the way through. And the eggs are cooked just right. They break the yolk. So now you take this, and this is shakshuka. All right. I don't know where I got into talking about that. I'm gonna watch this later and be like, what the fuck? What happened to you? What, you're just sitting there and all of a sudden just I was talking about food and I'm hungry. All right, that explains it. Sometimes talking about food helps. Like when I'm really hungry and I talk about food, it helps. It helps. I love a chopped onion on anything, see? And you could look, you can grill up a beautiful onion, you can saute it. A sauteed onion brings out new flavors, new terpenes, new aromas. It's the aroma and the taste. The taste. Christopher! Christopher Serrell, everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to Highly Motivated. Good to have you here. I'm still live. I am. I'm just here for a little bit longer because, oh shit, we went past the 3 hour mark. He's like, you're still live. I'm like, I am. Sometimes I don't look at the time. I'm looking at it and I just noticed I've gone past. I've gone past my limits. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble for my daughter because she's probably asleep and I'm not going to wake her. So in the morning, she'd be like, you went too long. You should have got on off. I wanted to play some Fortnite. Look, she doesn't play. I play. And then she's my eyes. So because I can't see shit. She'd be like, right there, right there, right there, right there behind the tree. I'm like, what tree? There's like 4 trees. She goes, the one in the center. So, and then she passes out usually because she can't sleep well at night either. And so we're looking into that, trying to figure out why. Because there are no, I mean, if it's not me, there's no TV, there's nothing. Just can't sleep, roam in the house. And that's rough, And it could be so many different things that she's 7 years old. She doesn't quite, translate. So you've got to be able to watch behavior and attitude and piece things together. Don't stress them, try to see them. Whatever. Ramblings, high ramblings of Oren at the end of the show. So that's true. Christopher has mentioned, and I've noticed I've gone over by 20 minutes at least, 23 minutes. Congratulations again, Don Frito Hater, for winning the Oregonji 1 of 1 hat and the smallest pipe, the smallest Sherlock in history. You see that, Christopher? Look at that. It's usable. It's a one hitter. You see that, y'all? It's a one hitter. Smallest Sherlock in the world. And if there's a smaller one, play me that tiny violin. Okay. No, I'm pretty sure this is it. I'm pretty sure this is the smallest. We're going with that. Awesome. Okay. So Don Frito Hater, again, congratulations for winning. Send me a DM. And if he doesn't within 2 weeks, it goes back up on the line. And King's Wish 420, please get a hold of me somehow. I want to send this to you. When I say that, I mean I didn't see your message on Instagram. So if you sent it on InstaChacha, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. And Major Nugs, thank you for taking bits and pieces of the podcast whenever you see fit. Please send them to my InstaChacha or a link somewhere, because from the show I don't get those links because I can't. I mean, I can't using the. If I click something, then it takes me out of this, and then the podcast stops. So I should have written it down. Damn it, son of a gun! But it's going. It's too bloody full now. Anyways, thank you for coming to the show, everybody. Thank you for bringing your energy. We didn't get to the serious topic. We did not talk about freedom. We did not talk about the deeper topics. Tesla's ghost radio. Wow. There's a lot we haven't talked about this evening. But you know something? It's okay. Because that's kind of what it's all about. I looked over. That Sherlock will answer the smallest question of your day. That is hysterical. That is the comment. That is funny. Here, 1 sec. I have to show that. And I didn't read the LOL. Yep, it's a mini Sherlock. Congrats, Don. No stress, got you. But no, that's it. It will answer the smallest question of your day. I felt smarter just now. I felt like some kind of question was answered. Something somewhere. I have something else to blame one of my kids for something. I'm like, I'm gonna go call them right now and blame them for some shit. No, I'm just gonna go call them, tell everybody I love them. Tell your kids you love them. If you got kids, call them. Even if you're mad at them, even if you're angry about something, remember you were a kid. Remember you did the same shit. Whether it's the same severity or not, we live in different times. And they lived in different times, and they lived in different times, and they lived in different times, and times are changing. That's a Bob Dylan song, I think. Times are changing. Here's the thing. Just tell people that you love them, that you give a shit, that you care, that you think of them more than 2 minutes in a day. I'm going to call my kids, let them know I'm thinking about them and that I love them. And then complain that they haven't done their chores. Remind them that I will be home tomorrow and they can help me do everything. I got to find out if the boys are working. And if the boys are not working, oh, they are working. If they're not working, they're working. Oh, they are working. Oh. In the garden. I was building, look, I was building, oh, this is about to die, holy shit. I was building a tiered Aztec garden that would be covered and would have been my viewing area. I was so excited about that. I dug the first level, realizing it's really too deep. And Angie's afraid that I will make the road collapse. So now I'm going back to my original tiered design. Anyways, I gotta go. This is about to shut down. You guys have a great night. We'll see you again on Sunday. Sunday, we're gonna have another great conversation, great podcast. Thank you again, everybody, for coming. Highly motivated. You are it. You are the show. You are the motivation. Thank you.